That's all we do is drink all day. That's all we do is drink all day.
Okay. You wrap up. 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 Thank you. You wrap up. 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 Thank you. You wrap up. You wrap up. You wrap up. Thank you. You wrap up.
I didn't see anything October 20th.
Thank you.
Senior tax work-off program.
You wrap up.
I didn't see anything
You wrap up. You wrap up.
Tax work-off program. Senior tax work-off program.
You wrap up.
I didn't see anything
You wrap up. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, tax work-off program. Yes, Mr. Chairman, tax work-off program.
Those adjourn. Those in favor, vote so ordered.
Bags of trash and trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, part of the zero waste program to see what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash. What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study.
So people are going through the trash. So people are going through the trash. They're sorting the trash. There are companies going through trash. Sorting the trash. There's people sorting trash. It happens, and this is what they do. 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 They're sorting the trash. There's people sorting trash.
I wouldn't want my bag to be one of those bags.
This is what they do.
I wouldn't want my bag to be one of those bags.
They do. It happens. This is what 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 they do. Happens. This is what they do. It 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 happens. This is what happens. This is what happens. This is what they do. It happens. This is what they do.
Okay, through you, Mr. Chairman, to the auditor. Mr. Auditor, is that about the same number that we predicted, or was that different for the ballpark? Because I remember the year before, you were like Nostradamus. You figured it all in advance, almost to the dollar. So you figured it all in advance, almost to the dollar. Because I remember the year before, you were like Nostradamus. You figured it all in advance, almost to the dollar. Nostradamus. You figured it all in advance, almost to the dollar. Nostradamus. You figured it all in advance, almost to the dollar. Nostradamus. Was that about the same number that we predicted, or was that different? Nostradamus.
Welcome, everybody, to special election coverage here at Worcester Council Theater 3000. It's municipal elections tonight, 2025. It's gonna be terrible. Somebody just subscribed. I can't see it.
Tony, sure.
My dog is barking. Oh, hey, thanks. Appreciate you. One second. Let me yell at Roman real quick.
Well, Brian goes yell at Roman. I hope everybody went out and voted today.
Nope, that's it. That's all I had to do.
Perfect. Have fun.
Yep, thank you. Oh,
Stratton.
Epic Stratton resub for 22 months. Wow. You guys are threatening to start a hype train already. Let's, we're going to need a hype train tonight because
that's all we've got.
We're not going to have a fun results train tonight, probably. I just want everyone to be aware of that. Is anybody in here that didn't vote? Hey, thanks, Plutonium. It would actually be funny if somebody was here in the chat and didn't vote,
right.
That can vote. So I kind of hope that happened, actually. So sound off. Don't be shy. If you didn't vote today or at all in this election, then let us know.
We won't judge you.
That could be fun. We're friends here. We're all friends with you here. We have a scattered, I think, numbers on turnout, and they're low.
Oh, thanks, Gio.
If I would hate to shock you guys like that, but they seem low, while being considerably higher than the prelim. Am I right in saying that, guys?
I think it depends on the city. Like, so I heard from one of the people over at 1-4 that was 25%. So that's relatively high. The time. I can't remember what the total usually is, but I was number 404 at my polling place over on the west side, Attell's district, District 5. That seemed reasonable for that time of day. I mean, it's still gross considering the number of households over here, but it didn't seem absurdly low because it was relatively early in the afternoon. But that's also the shitty part too. It almost gets harder to make anything out of because those are the districts you expect to actually turn out. They always have historic,
right? Exactly.
So it really isn't telling anybody anything.
Yeah, there's just no. I mean, these races are impossible to predict because turnout is extremely low and we have no data on any of them. So that's why we're here tonight, is to experience it together in real time. Brendan is joining us with a new haircut. I just want to mention that, Brendan. It looks fantastic. We love it.
I saw too many people during October, so I had to change the way I look because I get uncomfortable when I look the same every time I see people, but only in person.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't seem to bother me as much.
Yeah. So, and Bill will be joining us shortly, live from the field. So he's making his way now to, I believe, a standout. He's gonna call in from there, and then he's gonna be wandering around to different parties tonight. So let's hope he goes to parties of bad people. That could be really fun.
Thrown out.
Yes. Yeah.
Shaun getting tossed out. Was that last year?
I mean, Shaun is our classic correspondent of getting thrown out of Kate Toomey parties. But we're hoping that Bill can take up the slack because Shaun is hosting an open mic tonight. Hey, thank you for resubbing Diabo. So yeah, I don't know if anybody is feeling as unconfident as I'm feeling. Just in general, the state of the world. I think we're in tough shape, and this election's not going to fix it. But as we've said all along, that this election is about having people that will be in your corner when things get worse, because they're going to get worse. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see. That's a good thing. That's certainly a good thing.
Started with good news.
Yeah. Rest in piss, big dog. Fuck off.
Shooting angels in heaven.
Yeah. We actually are on a hype train right now.
Let's
keep the hype train going. Hey, hype train in honor of a rocket train in honor of Dick Cheney taking a rocket train to hell. So everybody get your subs and your cheers in for Dick Cheney being in hell. We hate his guts and we're happy he's dead. So if that makes me a bad person, good.
Brendan and I were talking before the stream started how I've actually been paying more attention to the New York governor or mayoral race than I have been paying attention to our Worcester City Council race, which is weird. Part of it's because I've been watching a lot of TikTok, and TikTok serves me lots of Zora Donnie content, which is partially why I'm paying attention. But I still think it's fascinating.
And also, yeah, I mean, it feels like, hey, Brian, thank you for resubbing. Keeping that hype. Well, we're almost at a level 2 hype train.
What the
we are
what?
Almost at a level 2 Dick Cheney's hearse to hell train.
What happens if we get to level 3?
Then that's the third circle of hell. I believe that's when it starts getting real cold. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's understandable to pay more attention to the New York mayor's race because it feels like more of a bellwether for, national politics. It feels like it's more plugged into national politics. So even if, even taking aside the social media aspect of it, I do think that there's reasons why. And yeah, we're going to be paying attention to that tonight too. Yeah, I was on there.
What?
He came up and invited me to a Diddy party, thinking that he think it was a gotcha question. And I said, "Let's go. What time?" And he just stopped recording and walked away. So,
and he still posted it.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't get me. You cannot get me. I can't be gotten. You're not gonna.
Not when you yell.
You gotta do better than that. Yeah, listen. But I appreciate struggle, brother. I appreciate lots of people texting me, that asking if that was me, and of course, who else in the world looks like me. I'm I look like a lot of other guys, but I don't look exactly like a lot of other guys. So, hey, level 2 hype train, look at that. Thanks, Brian, for putting us over the top. We're on to level 2. Let's keep it going. Let's send Dick Cheney to hell in style. We got 4.5 minutes left to get to level 3, and who knows what happens then. We've never hit a level 3 hype train. So yeah, I'm.
How was the Diddy party?
Not confident about tonight. I'm cynical about tonight. I'm not despondent about tonight because 2025 has been the worst year of everyone's life so far. And
yeah, man, we've been saying this every year since 2020, dude. Like at some point in time, we just have
exactly. It's been true every year.
It's not getting better.
When it stops being true, I'm going to stop saying it.
Yeah,
but
I think it's important. I think it's important to keep commenting on it because it allows for the possibility that 2026 will be slightly better. It won't. We know it won't. But if we keep like it's like marking the days on the wall when you're in jail. It doesn't do anything, but it's good for your brain, Oh yeah, they don't want people voting. You know, they don't want anyone catching the last minute ballot.
Well, that's the firefighters who rescinded their thing for a tell.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think somebody asked about that before. I think it's pretty straightforward. Their executive board put out what were seemingly their sincere endorsements, and and then their MAGA members made them pull it back, right, Bill?
Yeah. With a little bit of coaxing from the usual suspects. You're talking about the fire department in Attell?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's an Anthony Petroni special written all over it, probably.
Yeah, a little bit of Thomas Duffy in there for good measure. You know, Kate Chimney being aggrieved, Joe Petty being aggrieved. Same old shit. Same shit that happens with everything, it seems like. Yeah.
John Manfredo friend Joe Petty, you mean?
John Manfredo, personal friend, endorser of all of John Manfredo's friends of late. Diana Biancaria, Maureen Binyenda. I don't think he endorsed Rob Pizzella, but probably did. Who knows? Yeah.
Spiritually, he did.
Yeah, spiritually. I mean, they're all the same person. They're all the same person, and they're never going away.
I like the idea of Frisolo being too shitty for John Manfredo.
Yeah, he wanted to be John Manfredo's friend, but John was like,
"Yeah,
nah,
that guy gross. What a creep."
Yeah, right, yeah.
Dog. So, Bill, how are we feeling?
Well, I mean, it seems like I'm hearing that there's a lot of turnout in some places and others lower than usual, and kind of a weird pattern. So very up in the air. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, this is very sad. Very sad for Donna. She didn't get her Dick Cheney endorsement before the end. It's just too bad.
I mean, that's sick though. What a good day for.
It's great. We were talking about it. Yeah, there's a hype train that started. We got 1 minute left on the hype to get this hype train going, folks. This is a hype train to hell for Dick Cheney.
I love how everyone was trying to tone police Charlie Kirk, but Dick Cheney is just like, nah, actually say the worst thing you possibly can about him. He deserves.
I think it helps that people thought he was dead already.
Yeah. People, yeah. I mean,
thanks, Brian.
You can't name a worst person. You can't. I mean, pretty much the worst person that's ever lived.
Certainly top two.
And he dies on Zoran Day. Zoran Day.
You think he's gonna pull it out? I fucking hope he pulls it out.
Of course he is. He's definitely.
Oh, dude, he's winning that. Yeah, there's no chance that he's not winning.
That last wave of polling was wild. Like Quinnipiac was 16%. Most of the last week polling were all 16% over. Yeah, that's
sure.
Who was it? Kalshi or one of those sites had him at a 96%, I think, chance of winning. It's a betting an odds like
yeah, social betting.
Yeah.
Shit's fascinating.
But specifically, it's political. Do people know about that? We've talked about this on the show before. That there's websites you can bet on political outcomes.
Yeah, if you take
the last election, the last presidential election.
We should run an old school kind of book for Worcester. I think that would have been really fun. Like especially the Pizzella election, because it's so who cares, right?
Right. That would have been great to bet on. There would have been lots of angles there.
I'm really, really pulling for Zolo.
I think you were right on the podcast, Bill. It's the funniest option.
He is,
and that's
he's
the
just
only
like,
thing that we can.
You watch that district debate, and he is just hilarious the entire time. He is so funny during that. He gave an incredible performance. If he's like that every week on the city council, we're in luck. We're in for a treat.
Right. So that's one positive we have to look forward to tonight is that no matter what happens, District 3 is funny next year.
Yeah. I wonder if Frisolo just continues to he starts showing up at every city council meeting out of spite. You know, like he's just like just peppering Rob Pizzella with like anything he can find. It's so fucking
This
funny.
doesn't that vote wasn't listed on his website, and that's the only thing I count.
I go by the website. It's so funny.
We need to commit to start creating all sorts of like fake events to start sending Frzola to invites to all over the country, and just like third ribbon cuttings.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
So
yeah, I think we're in for an interesting night, and it's gonna be it's probably gonna be a huge bummer, but you know, who knows?
See, we're smart that we didn't make a big thing of it this year, because I got to tell you, just go down memory lane a little bit. I know all of us have memory hold this, but being at an in-person event, live on camera, watching the results come in, and it going fairly poorly, that wasn't fun. That fucking
No, it sucked. That's why we don't do that anymore.
Yeah. We talked about it for all of 5 minutes. We're like, should we? And we're like, nah, no, we shouldn't. But I am going to go over to Attell's. I'm loading up my my live bag right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Attell's
this is good lore.
Anchak Krom. How do you say that?
Is that how you pronounce it? I've never heard it out loud.
Well, I'm trying to pronounce it the way Jack Murray told me it was pronounced, but I was, you know.
Oh, well, he knows.
I obviously knows everything.
Get the Joel off.
West African expert.
It's delicious.
The West African knower.
Yeah. That's I don't know. I have hope for that race. I think that's maybe the one I have hope for.
Wait, which one? I think Attell's going to win. I think Attell is going to win. I think that God bless her for wanting to do another term.
Legitimately.
No.
And also, I use wanting like very loosely. I
honestly think she's the one person who feels obligated from a sense of duty and not personal like desire for power.
Right.
I couldn't agree more.
The only one that is in it for non-vanity purposes. And I feel like it's not just right-left binary politics. Like that is a big reason why the Kate Jimmies of the world despise her. It's like you're not playing the little narcissism games that the rest of us play.
Right.
You're ruining a fun TV show for the senior center.
Mean Girls Politics.
Yeah.
Right.
Mean Girls Politics is right. Yeah.
It's the silliest thing, but Attell won my vote, not for all the other amazing shit that she did, but from the video of her recording her son's band, her son playing some like real heavy thrash metal, and her still friggin' being there supporting him.
Yep.
My mom never came to any of my hardcore shows. The fact that Attell went out just shows she's rad as hell in so many ways.
Yeah, dude.
And you know what, dude? I would never vote for your mom.
Yeah, I wouldn't vote for Clemmy. She would suck as a politician. Pretty good mom.
Lost my vote.
She would be a terrible politician.
Fun fact about that video that he's playing my amp.
Is that true? That rules.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he
wow.
His 5150 broke or something, so we needed to borrow it. And
that rules.
Yeah, him and his grandma came and picked it up. And the amp's like 100 pounds legit. It's from the 60s. It has a transformer that you would put in like a car. You know, it's just massive. And
you mean like an Autobot?
Tell's mom tried to pick it up from the ground to put it in the trunk, and I was like, no. And dude just like crumbled her. He rips a guitar. Luke AGI, good guitar player, way better than I am.
Yeah.
He has a look about him too. When Attell was walking out of the courthouse the first time, and she was walking out with her family, it almost looked like they were walking out for him. Like he got caught up in some shit, and that was his attorney and like his representatives.
Dude, I made the joke at the time, but he literally looked like a Malcolm X bodyguard. Like he had like a long leather duster on. Dude. I was like, dude, where did you get that? I like texted him after. That's the sickest shit I've ever seen anybody wear.
I just wanted to acknowledge Kit's comment about people on the West Side being feral. Like, Kit, that is completely true, but it's like some of our most feral and weirdest fucking people over here are all on the right team. So like, it does totally balance out.
That is very, very true. That's hard to reckon with. That the psychos are on your side. I mean, this show is proof that the psychos are on your side. But
there's so many psychos over here, but like there are just as many psychos who like know the woods and like know how to get into your backyard without anybody seeing. Right. Yeah, that's right. Different level of fucking weird over here. It's like the Ozarks. This is Worcester's West Virginia.
Worcester's West Virginia. That's awesome.
Fucking in the hall.
West Tatnick, Worcester's West Virginia.
Yeah. West Tatnick, the northest holler in the country.
Does that mean that we're almost heaven?
A lot of people don't know that song is about Western Virginia, not West Virginia, the state.
Oh,
yeah, it's Shenandoah. It's in the western part of Virginia.
The Blue Ridge Mountains don't go through West Virginia.
No.
I was going to joke that we were almost heaven.
That John Denver's full of shit.
Yeah, well, also beautiful songwriter. And the bridge of that song will make me cry. I listen to that song through the Shenandoah Mountains. Listen to it in the actual artifact itself. I visited the Holy Land and did not disappoint. Got to tell you, did not disappoint.
Speaking of things to make you cry, I'll tell you how weird of a year this is, and I'm having. We're passing out candy on Halloween. And a kid came up to the house in a homemade MF Doom costume, and I like almost started to cry. It was so good.
Dude, that's awesome.
I want to cry thinking about it. I think it was a homemade mask. It was so cool, but I think it was a homemade mask. He had the perfect green hoodie on and the orange bubble vest. And I like saw him coming up the stairs, and I lost my mind. I was like swearing like in front of a child. It was so.
He knew what he
was the coolest.
That's rad.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And he was walking with maybe his dad. I don't know, an older adult. And I was just like, you guys are the coolest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life.
This is really. I'm just so happy.
It was just really amazing. And then I was thinking about how MF Doom died on Halloween last year. It was very touching. It was a touching
I
tribute.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. So sometimes good things can happen in the midst of, this horror show. But
yeah.
I'm gonna cry about it. So if anything slightly nice happens, then guess what?
Don't be nice to me. I'll cry. Don't ever be nice to me. I will cry. So we don't have Shaun today, huh? We don't have Shaun going around to our parties like.
No, unfortunately, he has to host the open mic tonight, so he cannot get kicked out of anyone's party.
I was gonna say shit's gotten a little hotter over in Crankville, so I think that he wouldn't just get asked politely to leave this time.
No,
it'd be a different story, if you know what I mean.
No, and Shaun commits to the bit, so he would absolutely get killed.
Yeah. Yeah, if this shit goes bad for the Cranks, watch out around those guys.
Spray paint will be flying.
Spray paint will be fine. The only legitimate act of political violence committed in Worcester is by a dyed in the wool crank, one of the crankiest cranks that there is. So it will continue on like that. Yeah.
And again, it sucks that was such a blatant and horrible assault, because if it wasn't, kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we can say there's been enough time has passed that was funny. Yeah. Now that polls have almost closed. Right.
Which, by the way, no one chimed in. Did anyone not vote? That's what we need to know. Is anyone eligible to vote in Worcester and did not vote? We will give you, I don't know, a prize, I think.
Yeah.
I just want to know if there's somebody that would watch this show and then not have not voted.
I don't think that would be the case.
You also
I can't imagine. Whoop. Roman's here. Everybody say hi to Roman.
Oh, Mr. Good Boy.
Who's a good boy? All right. So, technical question. If I call someone, no, because then I get kicked off the video. Okay, never mind. Use your phone? I can't be bringing your phone around all everywhere. Yeah.
All everywhere?
Taking my girlfriend's phone out on the town so I can video chat and call Rob Bellata at the same time. That's what I'm thinking of.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Well, hey, Brian thinks it's a good idea, Katie. So there you have it.
Katie, go get political. Go hang out with Bill all night.
Me and Katie got political. We voted.
Oh, hell yeah.
We voted.
Hell
Yeah. Yeah, we voted Burncoat High School. We were numbered 196, 197.
I need
What
to
time?
admit that I always forget to check what number I am.
Like we went early at like 1
That's not
or 2.
horrible for 1 p.m.
No, it's not bad.
for Burnco High.
Yeah, I mean it's.
No, I always, if I vote on election day, I always vote like 8 a.m. So it never matters what my number is.
Yeah.
I was early.
My shirt is
Mr. Foley.
It's Mick Foley. On the Terry Funk's on the back. It's a magazine cover from a Japanese magazine about a death match, one of their famous death matches in Japan. I think doesn't it say it on the machine when you put your ballot in?
Yeah, it says it right on the machine.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll know where to look next time. Appreciate that info. I didn't know that either.
You didn't know that?
No, I'm always being super nice to the poll workers.
How did you not know that? Never mind. I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you.
I don't hear shit.
You know what's always really depressing?
by the way,
is they have the total amount of registered voters in that that polling location. It's like in my case, it was like 13,000, and I was like, oh, okay, 200, great.
Yeah.
Little heavy.
I want to mention one more thing about this shirt. Stash Pages is where I got it. It's a local creator and sells not only his own designs that are awesome, but also buys things from Japan and Mexico and has them shipped here, which is very complicated to do, especially from Japan. So that's a cool dude. You follow him on Instagram, Stash Pages. Maybe
Stash
if enough
Pages.
people go buy some stuff, he'll send me some cool news, some free stuff.
Always
I don't
making
know. I'm trying to be an influencer. Thinking about becoming an influencer, guys.
You totally should.
What?
It's yelling at you for something. I don't know.
What did I do wrong? I don't know. I don't care either.
If the stream goes down, it's Epic's fault.
This is true. This is very true.
Oh, I was wrong about that fact about it, like how many times people have voted on those machines. Okay.
Oh.
Did she not?
I wish I had endorsed. Well,
Moyna's is good. Moyna's is a good bar, and you should listen to their podcast. I was on it last week.
Oh,
the Barback.
You went
podcast.
on the Barback podcast?
I did.
I made a note
and
to listen to that. I haven't yet.
Should listen to it. We talk only about film production stuff. We don't get into comedy or hot dog safari stuff at all.
That's sick.
right when we finished, I was like, "Oh, we probably should have talked about the safari." They're like, "You're one of those guys," and I was like, "Yeah."
Is that like?
But
Do
great
they
show.
have a big listenership, or is that like a big podcast, or is it a small podcast?
It seems kind of. They have merch.
Dude, I know. I saw the T-shirt when last time I was at Mornis.
I'm so bummed they didn't offer me one. I gotta get one next time.
That's weak.
Dude, you go over, you do the show, they don't offer
but
you a shirt. Come on.
It was, I had to get out of
Tuesday,
there.
Gio.
Still, yeah. It's not open today. It's open, but it is open till whenever the restaurant is open till, unless it's a hot dog night when we're doing the show hot dog, and then it's open late. Which, by the way, if anybody wants to make the trek out to Cambridge on Thursday, the Comedy Studio, we're running hot dog at the world famous Comedy Studio on Thursday night.
Yeah, it's gonna be super
Cambridge.
Yeah. Yep.
Fun. Speaking of Boston, do you
It
guys
was
They
great
eat hot
old
dogs in
time.
Cambridge? Shouldn't you call it like the vegan dog?
They're
or-
about to. These impossible dogs.
Shouldn't you call it like the Antifa blue hair dog? Just kidding. I like Cambridge.
Boland's is also a good bar. They endorsed Rob, and they are very, very supportive.
That's sick.
They're good. Yeah.
I might.
Shuggy's a good one.
I might have to go over there. If Rob, I mean, like that is the most likely awesome thing that could happen. And I've heard that there's some freaking out in Crankville going on about candy.
I think
a lot
that's
of
what I
resources
heard, too.
being shifted late in the game over into Candy's corner because they are not feeling too great about her.
Hey,
So
listen, it was 250
maybe,
votes last time.
Less than that. It was under sub 2 or maybe 200. Yeah, I don't know. 200, 250.
Not a lot of votes for him to have to gain. Not a lot of votes for her to be able to lose. And
I would love
let
to
me
know
tell
what
you,
the
last 2 years,
what Candy was, and just walked away saying, "No, I feel great now."
Yeah.
Probably.
I'll tell you, I feel much better walking away from her than walking towards her.
I
I don't want to talk to that lady. If you know what I mean. She's a bad person.
8:00 chat. Polls close at 8, so we won't start seeing results till then.
Yep.
Here's my impression of Candy ordering a beer. Could I have a? Frankly, I think there are several beers on the menu that I might be interested in, and so I am going to order. And we never get to the point. We never hear what she orders. If I never have to hear or think about Katie Merrill Carlson again, that's a win.
What is her drink? Her drink is gonna be like vodka on the rocks. Something like real heavy alcohol.
A Cape Cod. Speaking of Wooden Bar, Sunday night. Speaking of activities, Sunday night at Wooden Bar, 6 p.m. karaoke contest put on by the Worcester Hot Dog Safari to support SNAP benefits.
All right.
It's a contest. You can win a prize. You pay to enter. That's how we're fundraising. We got DJ Madar running karaoke. We got Patty Wagon, the new food truck, doing burgers outside during. That's fucking great. If anybody hasn't had them yet, they're unbelievable.
Don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah. They also they did this last week, 2 weeks ago. I'm wondering if they're going to be doing it on Sunday. They do a cheeseburger Crunchwrap Supreme.
What?
That's
pretty unbelievable.
That's pretty freaking cool. That's pretty.
I need to know what that tastes like.
You find out on Sunday night, at 6 p.m. and then win the karaoke contest. Yeah, there is a lot going on.
The bakery is awesome, and it's walking distance from my studio. So I've been going there on Thursdays and Fridays to get coffee. It's been game changing for me.
It's pretty great.
Somebody asked me what I was going to say about Boston. I was going to ask, do you think Michelle Wu won her race?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think she's got a good chance. I don't know.
Yeah. It looked like a good shot, but just making sure. It would have been funnier if it wasn't just in passing and not delivered straight up. Anyway, moving on.
So,
holy crap!
Who's that?
Hey,
Oh, wow.
It's me, Sean.
Wow, Sean, you sound great. How's it
Sean.
going?
Do I sound awful?
Yeah, yeah. Well, what's up, dude?
Oh no, I'm just driving to the open mic, and I figure I'd do my best Mo Bergman by joining the meeting in my car.
Sick.
Perfect.
You gotta put the
Perfect.
camera in
Sean,
your lap and up your face.
Not enough cocaine.
You been doing any nose candy? You been
Oh, I got
doing some
yeah.
nose beers? That's Mo Bergman special.
some nose beers.
Yeah. Just outed myself as a massive.
Sean, what do you think about single family zoning?
Single family voting?
Zoning, like ZONI.
Zoning.
Oh.
Zoning. Come on, like Mo.
I thought you said voting. I said like only the man can vote for people. In the...
We need to go back to the way
That's
it
what-
was.
That's what. That's what goes on in Sean's house.
I'll be the one voting for the Connollys.
Davin, what should we do?
God damn it! I can't find my fucking goddamn.
Sean, do you have any analysis
I
for the
think-
race tonight? What do you think is going to go down?
I don't know. Other than it seems that voter turnout is higher than usual, even though it's still pretty pathetic. I was number 400 at my precinct at 2:30.
Damn, that's pretty good.
All right.
I know.
All right. Where's your polling location again?
The UU.
That's right. That's interesting. That's an interesting data point.
I think it is.
That's one of the precincts that matters too. So
Yeah.
like high turnout, typically we can take that to be a good sign, I think.
I think so, unless all the cranks are terrified.
Well, yeah, but they all showed up overwhelmingly in the preliminary, so they kind of like tipped their hand. So if
They already did their thing. Yeah.
if we're getting way higher turnout this time than the preliminary, that's a really good sign. So
Yeah. I saw Keith standing outside with his trench coat, and he looked like I didn't want to vote for him.
Yeah.
The yellow hat didn't make
Yeah,
it warming.
He looks like he's trying to kill
I
Dick
thought at
Tracy.
any moment he was going to pull it open. He's going to be like, hey, check out my hanging tab.
Yeah, there we got there.
Yeah. There was an old man who had lost his mind in my hometown who would wander the streets and just jotting down notes at things that he had seen on the sidewalk. And he was wearing the same outfit that Keith was wearing today. Okay, just kidding, Keith. You look sharp.
We love
him.
you, Keith.
We love.
I hope they don't have us.
We love an
on.
iconoclast.
Keith,
Sean,
very
all
sharp.
right, so tonight, are you giving any extra time or minusing any time from anybody depending on their voting status?
I'm saying everyone has to do a Dick Cheney's dead joke tonight.
Great.
Hell yeah. Good challenge.
Yeah. He's shooting friends with angels now. Remember that when he shot that guy in the face?
Right.
Yeah.
in his face. And then the guy had to apologize.
Yeah.
That's the best.
His bird shot.
Yeah, he apologized for the hardship caused by the media. Yeah.
I'm sorry you shot me in the face.
Yeah. Wait.
I can't wait to see South Park this week.
Well, there are
Sean,
probably some
I know
towers
I
of
could.
hell that he could take down.
Sean, I can tell that you're pulled into Ralph, so we can let you go if you like. But I just wanted to. I promoted the show on Thursday night, and oh, there you are. Oh, there's the Mo Bergman shot. That's what we wanted to see.
They love that.
Screenshot it. Screenshot it, people.
Sean, we have a show on Thursday night in Cambridge. We're doing Hot Dog at the Comedy Studio. But we also have our regular show at Boland's on Thursday night that people should check out. It's a free show at Boland's, of course, as we just talked about, one of the good bars in Worcester for not being
Tito
politically
Garza.
shitty.
Totally. Tito Garza's headlining. He's unbelievable. He's coming in from New York. He's got a great special on YouTube called Prickly. You should listen to that. Nate Hilly's hosting, and my wife Maraid is featuring. So go do that.
Cool.
Yeah, and you
right.
can go
Love you
talk to her
guys.
about how Shaun didn't let her vote.
Yeah, exactly.
Have we talked about this on the show before? That
Thanks for calling in, Shaun. We love you.
One of Dr. Mitra's children is a comedian.
Why?
Oh yeah, and like we know him, and Sean's very good friends with him.
Cool. All right. Cool. Yeah. I can't remember if we
Alingon. He's
talked
one
about
of
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
He's I believe he started at Sean's open mic.
So sick.
Yeah. He's incredible. We love Alingon. He's a great dude. He's an early Wootenanny supporter. He did the first festival. Great guy. Don't want his dad to be one of my city councilors. Unfortunately for him, I don't want that, but love the guy.
Ah man, if Moneybags Mitra gets on the city council, I'm gonna be so fucking.
Moneybags Mitra.
I do think it is interesting that he did not do any sort of support or like video for his dad or anything like that.
Oh,
yeah, I haven't seen it.
How many sons does he have? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Because he was. One of them was actually knocking with him, and the way they were doing it was pretty cool. Like if the son was coming on day one, if they got any sort of positive response, then like Mitra would show up day two, and just to continue the conversation. And it's just like
that actually is interesting.
Not a fan of the fact that the dude went all in with like chamber support and whatnot.
Right.
But again, like after I voted today, I couldn't stop thinking about like, fuck, that dude has actually been like a really nice guy. Like his entire career, has been helping people. It's another one that like it would be surprising, but it would be awesome if he actually turns out to be as decent a human being as a counselor as he was prior to linking up with the chamber. Because like I wish that I had a chance to talk to him in advance and like in a way that he would listen. Nothing would have changed about his campaign without chamber support. Like that's the thing he's going to get knocked on. But like the guy raised $10 million with people from people with the last name Patel in fucking Dallas, right? Like there's nobody at the Worcester Chamber had anything to do with the amount of money that he raised. It was all out of state contributions, out of area contributions. He could have just run an incredibly straightforward campaign on being a decent dude. Like it's really sucky, like how much weight got put onto the chamber thing. Cause I don't know, like could just be a decent dude.
Yeah. I've like Jose Rivera does not look like he wants to run. Like he is being like trotted out by the chamber.
Yeah.
Like sort of directly.
He's got to be thinking now, like, doesn't anybody know I'm just a boxer? Like, like I really shouldn't be here.
Yeah. He was giving answers so bad at the 1D5 forum that people were laughing like out loud at his responses. And he went for an applause.
Well, you should have listened to Walter Bird and not done it.
Yeah. Yeah. He like hearing him try to argue about closing the gap of the tax rate was amazing because that crowd, especially, but like any crowd of people who care about a local election, the way that he said it just was so bad. He basically was like, "Yeah, I think we should raise taxes on homeowners."
Somebody commented on one of the posts about that forum and saying like after seeing Jose speak at the candidate forum, you know, he's a world champion boxer. I think he was an amazing boxer. He was a truly great boxer. After seeing him speak at the candidate forum as a city councilor, I think he'd be a great boxer. Just a sick burn.
That's right. It was you that called him a dumbass. That was very funny because Thomas Duffy was 3 feet away from us and he left shortly after. That was great. Carrying his gun. Dude, when he walked out, he had his track jacket like this and he was pulling it over his gun like this while he was walking out. like like a little kid freaking trying to
Get a
steal
wedgie.
something. Yeah, he was like pulling his track jacket down over his gun. It's like, just don't wear the gun. I don't know, whatever.
No, and by no means are we like, you know, cheering for Dr. Mitra to win. That, you know.
Oh.
But it's just that he, you know.
You know what? My ass was about to do the impression that I'll do it in private. And I'm glad I didn't. But when he said the work, they wanted to make work camps, work farms for the unhoused at a that was
a poor farm.
The poor, he said we need to bring back the poor farms. We need to do something innovative. And that couple lines is burned into my retina. Like, I can hear him saying it now, and it's like, dude, ooh, this is real rough. He also said we need to discipline protesters, and didn't say how. So
you know how.
That leaves a lot. Up to.
The guy felt like he came out of nowhere. And then he came in so loud with such polish that it just felt disingenuous from the start. It felt like someone trying to buy it.
So long.
Say it again.
Dude, he's been doing broadcasting for 20 plus years.
Mitra has?
Yeah, I mean, that's how everyone knows. That's why he's got the name recognition. He's done like call-in TV shows where he like radio shows for years where he does like tax advice, financial advice. That's what I was, and I apologize if people weren't aware of that. Like, so yeah. Everybody who's old enough to have listened to AM radio at some point in time knows who Dr. Mitra is. He was one of the louder voices in that universe. And like, again, if you only know him from that perspective, spent a lot of time just trying to help people in really shitty financial positions, like dig themselves out with a plan. The sort of thing that, like, I don't know, there's all sorts of influencers, Brian, maybe this is a shtick for you, giving financial advice online. He was doing that AM radio.
Oh, yeah.
And
I could do that.
You could totally do that.
Dude,
don't pay off your credit cards. It's a scam.
Don't pay your medical.
It makes your credit worse
for you.
Just take out more credit cards.
It's called waterfalling.
There you go, Bill.
Mitra
that is true. He's got the shades on.
Will be at Cafe Neo, which, you know, you do have to hand it to him. That is a classy thing to do, booking that place for your election party. Oh man, imagine
that is true.
What karaoke song is Moneybags Mitra picking if he loses?
Oh, if he loses?
Ooh. Yeah. It's like
Jack and Diane.
I imagine
closing time because I want everybody to leave.
Yeah. If he wins, definitely doing My Way. Can you imagine Mitra getting like just the second half of that song, just belting it out? Oh man.
But making it about Worcester somehow?
Yeah.
Joe, I don't disagree with you, but like while I agree with you, what I don't have is an answer to how you get younger candidates who actually know how to get older voters who are the only voters in the city to vote for them. So like you're identifying a problem that is a really fucking easy problem to identify. Like anyone that's ever looked at any sort of crosstabs or voter turnout over the last 25 years knows that's the case. Fuck, you can go back to Kennedy. We're still waiting for his youth vote to turn out, right? Like that's an easy problem to identify. The trick is actually get somebody to figure out how to tap into older voters and get them to vote for them, because we ain't creating new demographics here.
Yeah,
especially in Worcester.
I mean,
until we figure out how to.
Our voters are what they are.
Yeah, no, I know everywhere. I know everywhere, but like
they're either homeowners, or are college educated, or not. Right. But like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I mean,
yeah, someone should try doing something real for renters.
Yeah.
Deck's kind of stacked against that, though. There's really not much you can do.
What's your problem, dude?
Yeah, shut up.
Speaking of which, I gotta go take care of my phone back.
Mom Danny's gonna do it, though. Zoran! The terrorist New York City. He's so good.
Barking at my mom.
Barking at your mom?
Yeah, he hates her guts.
Damn, dude, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's hey, that's rough.
Bazinga.
Damn, dude, I'm so funny. It's unreal how funny I am.
That is my favorite part about the New York mayoral race is that it's gotten so desperate that Trump is openly endorsing Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah.
Just
they really have they have no cards to play. Me and Brendan were talking about this when we watched that hilarious what subcommittee meeting was it? Municipal operations. That they have done nothing. They like for the past week it's just been like, well, let's try like open Islamophobia. Maybe that.
Yeah,
maybe.
Brendan, you just sent us a video of
that's a fucking congressman.
Yeah, was that a
it was yesterday
saying
like Wake Up New York was it was just a video clip of one of the planes flying into one of the Twin Towers.
Yeah. Did you actually? I mean, I hate Keith Olbermann, but his comment is the top comment on it, and it just says, "This is what happens. That's what happens when you had a Republican president and a Republican mayor."
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll start to come in pretty quickly. They usually report pretty fast in Worcester. It's not. We don't end up waiting very long.
Yeah, I think that we'll probably start knowing some things by like 8:15. 8:30,
8:15, we will become thing knowers.
We will become thing knowers, which means I should be on the road. It's probably going to take me 20 minutes to get over there. Pretty soon, I should be on the road pretty soon. Because the thing about it is the campaigns have their little runners sometimes. And sometimes they find out about who won before like it really makes the news. So yeah, if I get over that, I'll hear all the whispering, and I can in turn whisper to the stream. How's that sound? How's that fucking sound?
I don't like it, Eric.
Bill's got his birds.
I think this city does everything it can to try and pull money from the colleges, which is not the deal, right? Like the fact that the city has a difficult time figuring out its own budgets is not the problem of the universities that are here, especially when the city does everything it can to protect private businesses from paying any taxes at all.
It's going to be so sick when that ballot question gets like a 90% mandate, and then they have to go.
And it gets us sued.
We can't do anything. Like it's a non-binary.
We can't do anything. We literally cannot do anything.
It is so insulting that that's even on the ballot. It's like Joe Petty, you couldn't like think 2 steps ahead here. Like, of course, people are going to vote for that. Do you think the city should have more money?
Especially when they see it's non-binding.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And then it never happens. And they're like, well, I voted for it. Why didn't it happen?
Right. I like to think of it, too, of if it was binding and it could happen and they did do it, and then Assumption just closes, and then Holy Cross is fine, and WPI is fine, and nothing changes. We just lose a college.
Yeah. So stupid. Holy Cross gives $40,000 a year in their pilot agreement, versus like Mass College of Pharmacy gives like almost $1 million. WPI gives like 800,000, and Holy Cross gives like less than 100,000. And they're also buying up the most property of any school, but you never hear anybody talk about Holy Cross as being the problem. So I just find that interesting, you know.
Oh, he's WPI and Clark.
I just find that interesting. Yeah. Although Clark's current management, Clark's current president can suck a fat one. If that guy stinks. But he is kind of trying to Holy Crossify the school. So, what do Clark and WPI
turn into a basketball powerhouse?
Yeah, via their CIA agent. Benefactor, who was also Larry Lucchino's mentor, and that's the reason why they have good football and basketball. It's kind of crazy. It's a huge proponent of Polar Park before he croaked what is his name? William Edward Bennett Williams, CIA
What a name.
alum. Yep. And personal mentor of Larry Lucchino. May they both rest in peace. Awesome.
You guys see this plane crash in Louisville?
Wild. It's right at takeoff.
A UPS plane.
Nothing but jet fuel.
It's like that fire is insane.
I did not see that. I don't know if I want to see that. Okay.
I think it seems like not this is a good, it's still early. It was early in the day there, but it seemed like relatively industrial where it landed. It was right after takeoff too, so I'm hoping that it wasn't too many homes.
No, I saw a video from the other side. It looks like most of the damage stayed on what you're seeing is industrial, like hangars and whatnot on the outskirts because it's UPS. It has its own runway and whatnot there. So you're just seeing their terminals on their far end of the airport. It doesn't look like anything even crossed the highway that bisects the.
Crazy.
I was looking while you guys were talking. We're paying, part of the reason we're paying attention in New York City, right, is like their election cycles are like ours, where they're off year. I was looking at numbers from 2024, which is not even like those are high because it's a federal cycle, but same thing there, right? Like we always talk about like Mamdani is a great example with energizing young population. But it's just over 50% of registered voters under 30 actually turning out to vote. And that was in a presidential cycle. It just sucks that we know exactly what needs to be done and we don't do it intentionally, right? Like keeping voter turnout older and homeowners. Similarly, like Manhattan is a different makeup in terms of ownership via versus rentals. But Manhattan blows every other borough away in terms of turnout, where you have the higher dollar value. So may not necessarily be more people who own property, but people who could anywhere else on earth based on their rents. So the income supersedes the home ownership side of things. But around here, man, it's just we've done so much research on this. We know exactly what it takes to get someone to vote. You need to have them be old enough to be engaged and care and either own a home or be above average income.
Right. It's almost like this democracy was set up for the rentier class and it stayed that way the entire time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I was just saying about Manhattan, though, too, is like where it's heavy on rent, even in Manhattan, the income levels are high. Like,
I meant rentier in like the Marxist sense, like the people who collect rent on the system. Like a rent, IER, rent.
Yeah. Sorry.
But no, that's okay. But yeah, I mean, Zoran's winning and going to win because of the appeals on housing and transportation, which are renter issues. So
totally. And I think the average person can wrap themselves around that, man, because he comes across, we talked about this last week. It's the authenticity, or at least, I mean, my take, right, is like, I'm going to look at the dude and actually pay attention to policy, which I like to think I do a decent job of. He comes across as being authentic. And I know.
Right. And I truly think that there is something there. Like, I know this has been something we've talked about a bunch, but sincerity and like being who you are, seemingly who you are, not being somebody that is like managed or handled is like such an advantage. And I think most people are afraid to do that. And if you can come across as like, if your personality can shine through and you can come across as somebody who's like, sincere in the way they speak, like, I truly think that Trump's popularity has less to do with like what he's saying than the fact that people believe that he's just saying what he thinks.
Right.
And that holds true when you look at the people that are very popular. Look at the politicians that are very popular.
Mm-hmm.
It's Trump, it's Bernie Sanders, it's AOC, it's, people like that they might have people that hate them a lot, but they will get their people out because they are they are who they are. And if you can get that across, then you can become Mamdani, who overcomes a lot of obstacles and like political quote unquote drawbacks to become like an insanely popular candidate.
His marketing team ran an unparalleled campaign. Like the amount of experts that he had in key places, to put him in key places on social media, to put his marketing in key places. Like in the past few nights, he showed up at an Afrobeat party. He showed up at a Latin dance, and he danced the not the bachata, but he danced with the local, like that. It just speaks to that authenticity, Brian, where he's actually doing the legwork.
Yeah.
Well, so that's a great example, because who else this cycle has been exceptionally good at social media and marketing themselves is Gavin Newsom. And if there's a huge gap in their popularity, like you can have a great team that's great at marketing and be inauthentic and become less popular because people don't truly believe what you're saying.
I would say,
So
I thought you were actually
the fact that.
I'm sorry, Brian. I thought you were going to say Graham Plattner, because like that's two people are actually running for things, and they couldn't be more opposite from like a presentation sort of thing. And people are actually willing to. It seems, at least by polling, that people are willing to say, "Hey, look, if I was in Croatia in 2005 and drunk, I probably would end up with a Nazi tattoo as well," right? Like because he comes across as that authentic, and what you get is what it's as authentic in Maine is going to be different than Manhattan, but like. If Mamdani was going to show up somewhere with a shovel and pretend to be a construction worker, like he'd lose me, right? He just looked dumb, right? Like stay doing just what you're doing, showing up being smarter than everybody else in the room because you went to the best schools in New York, and tell everyone how.
But you can get away with that, Leah. Like you can get away with that and see, like fuck, Trump went to Wharton, you know, like he's a rich boy from 3 generations of rich boys, and people think that he's salt of the earth because he is authentic to himself. But I mean, they love that part, but that doesn't. There's a lot of racist politicians, and none of them have the like enduring popularity that he does because they seem inauthentic. I mean, fucking look at Obama when he first ran. Like he stayed within himself. He stayed who he was, and he was real. He didn't do anything like he didn't fucking do caucus himself and do something that wasn't real to him.
Like, too cocky. He didn't get too cocky.
Yeah, he didn't do cocky. He did, but he was real. His personality came through. He played basketball and talked about music and seemed like a real person. It's a pretty fucking simple formula. It's just that so many of these psychopaths don't have personalities that there's nothing to draw on. And then a lot of them are also afraid to, they want to be managed. So many politicians, so many candidates, even on the local level, just want to be managed. They don't want to be themselves. They don't want to say what they really think. And when you do, then people have something to latch onto and they get in your corner and they get excited about you. And if you do that, then you have a much better chance of winning. I mean, look at Attell.
Yeah.
Like in what world should Attell be winning races in Worcester?
Mm-hmm. But Brian,
what
are all the Georgetown grads going to do? What are people who go to Georgetown going to do if we realize that the consultancy cottage industry around political campaigns is actually counterproductive? Like, what are they going to do?
Right.
Who's going to live in the brownstones?
I don't know. They could probably fucking own a cycling gym and do fine.
Yeah.
I was listening to this really interesting piece from Mamdani about how he used a lot of Trump's messaging in his messaging, because Trump messaged on economics, he messaged on the grocery store, and the main difference is he's actually going to come through on the things he said he was going to do. But just simplifying the message is what the takeaway is for me. A lot of these people's voters, they don't want complex issues. They know everything's complex. They just want to have a couple real tentpole things that they're like, oh, that's the guy that wants to lower my rent and make buses free. Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah, and it doesn't track.
I mean, it's.
Go ahead.
No, it's 100% that, and you can do that in any race, and you can be real, and you can offer things that are popular. You can let yourself not get managed by consultants and things like that. and you can have a much better chance of, you don't have to be polished. You don't have to be slick. It's great that Mamdani has that and has that ability. But honestly, if you're legit and you're real, then those people will find you, because there's a million people that can edit videos, and there's a lot of talented people, especially in fucking Worcester.
For sure.
That will find you,
Yeah. I'm waiting for anybody to disrupt the city council race in a way that excites me like that. Like, I thought some folks were going to do it a couple of years ago, and I got involved in some campaigns, and we were talking about wrestling videos. We were talking about really cool, outrageous stuff. And then the consultants came in, and the consultants that were charging a lot of money, and it just neutered the whole campaign. And the campaign was successful. However, it just lost all the energy, and it really,
So there needs to be
But to be
some
fair, guys, like, I mean, Mamdani has one of the most powerful consulting firms in Democratic politics running his campaign.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's not a secret to anybody. I mean, Rebecca Katz is who ran John Fetterman's campaign for Senate. Right. Like, I mean, these are people who understand how to spend $100 million on ad buys. Right. Like, that's all I was getting at, is like, I do believe that is secondary to the fact that he just is who he is. Like, he's not even the kind of personality where he brought in all the makeup artists and all the fucking consultants in the world. They're not going to change him, because he's just a fucking nerd who knows more about chicken and rice than most people should. That's why I like the guy.
And I think that's an important thing, is that, like, everybody that runs for an office, like, I mean, the New York City mayor is like a national office in stature in many ways. Every one of them has a top line consulting firm. But Worcester, when you get down here, you don't have that. You're not going to have that. You're not going to have anybody that comes in and can win you a race on their own.
Yeah.
So being yourself, being authentic, and staying true to like that stuff is way more important in a smaller race like this. But it's way less like common for it to happen. Like, paradoxically, like,
this is one of the things that also sucks about Plan E is it's not just unique to Worcester. It allows people to make the claim. If you look at the general makeup of who wins elections or can even afford to run for office in Worcester, there are people who can put aside large swaths of time for a stipend. Right? You see the same thing in Texas state legislature. They make a couple $1,000 a year. So like the entire place is full of like lawyers and oil barons, right? Like they own the legislature, because what normal person can actually leave their family from West Texas and spend their week in Austin for a couple $1,000s a year stipend? Nobody but somebody who's already independently wealthy, and it sets the narrative for who's going to be a politician. We do the same thing here, and I kept listening to conversations that Mo has been pushing in a lot of his interviews. I think nobody should get paid for not showing up for work, but at the end of the day, it's all about the fucking money. It's like, we should be actually paying people here a significant amount of money to be doing our work for us, right? Like, it's kind of, a politician is kind of like the same level of like housekeeping, right? Like, I want to pay you more because you're just doing the fucking shit that I'm too lazy to do. You deserve way more than you're currently getting. We should be paying them more, not to make them wealthy, but to treat people's time as being valuable. And we don't do that here. So we end up with the same low bar folks who can just spend their time running around all week, glad-handing folks and playing mean girl politics.
I have to get over to a Tels thing. So I will be listening, but I won't be on, and I'll be back on in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes probably, because it takes a while.
Sweet.
Safe travels.
Yeah.
Good luck over there.
Yeah.
Have fun over there, dude.
All right.
Thanks for the follow, Mama Dessert. Welcome. Yeah, so, someone's going to figure that out eventually, and then we're going to have a different vibe in Worcester. But you're right. There's no ability for most people that would be great at this to do it. As it stands right now, the way things are currently constituted, there isn't just the opportunity. Amber Waves of Gravy. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. That's 2 food themed follows right after another. We like that. We're getting a lot of follows right now. I don't know where this is coming from. Welcome
Happy to
to
have
the
you.
show. If yeah. So this you do all right. So this is a sincerely held belief that gravy rules. So great. Welcome. Amber Waves of Gravy. Did you vote in Worcester today or during the early voting? Did you mail in your vote? Are you a current Worcester voter, or did you skip, or do you live somewhere else?
Have you ever been to Worcester?
Yeah. Are you just like a gravy person, just full gravy content all the time, which is we can work with. We can absolutely work with.
Well, I'm a gravy guy, so you float on in here.
Yeah. Yeah. Make it happen. Let's talk.
If you haven't voted, you have 2
Oh,
minutes.
nice. Yeah, Incog Frog, did you vote? You have approximately 1 minute. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Nice. Gravy,
Hell yeah.
nice.
Welcome.
Where's your favorite gravy in Worcester?
It used to be buttered, but she hasn't popped up in forever.
Yeah, it's too bad.
She would make a delicious sausage gravy on biscuits. That was,
damn.
Kate was so good.
Damn. That makes me think about the South, which makes me think about the Michelin Guide opening a new guide for the American South. And that makes me think about my little brother's restaurant that he works at, Turkey and the Wolf, being listed in the Michelin Guide.
That rules.
They get a Bib Gourmand, which is not quite a Michelin star, but it is just right there. 3 of their restaurants in their family got recognized. Which
Whoa!
Yeah,
speaks to how good.
Yeah, my brother works at a Michelin Guide restaurant.
Yeah,
it's
their
number
so
one
good.
dish is that they make bologna sandwiches.
It's the first time I had tamarind on ice cream. It blew my mind.
Yeah, they do a good job there. One time, Tom Mahoney got a ice cream sundae there, and had a hot dog hidden in the middle of it. So that
What
was
the
fun, too.
what?
They're a bunch of jokesters. There. They have a good time.
So
who? Turkey and the Wolf? Who's coming to Massachusetts? Incog Frog?
Yeah, as soon
oh,
as
hey,
the result page
let's
is up.
recognize this real quick. Devin Moss. Correct. That's great. That's amazing. Thank you so much. We appreciate
that
it. I hope other
rules.
people at Clark voted. That's what we need more of.
Did you also vote in New York, I hope?
Yeah, you gotta double down. Yeah, if you've never been to New Orleans, you should go. And if you go to New Orleans, you should go to Turkey and the Wolf. That's my plug. Social Potato, it's not going to work. We're all smart people here. It's a great joke, but it's just not. This isn't the crowd to try an up dog.
Too smart here.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. We've done all the bits already. This is a bit-filled show.
It's awesome that y'all.
Quasi Corvine, thank you so much. That's great. Hell yeah. Vincent's has not gotten its Michelin star. It's a travesty of justice. Eventually it will. I mean, actually, they might be hurt by the fact that they don't actually make the meatballs or the bread in-house. That might
tell people.
Hey, listen, the assembly is as important as the actual cooking of it. They come from 2 different places. I feel like that's the important part.
So unrelated to the
Nice.
election, are you guys following the awful story about the woman that was disappeared and then they found her? We have a local homicide.
Yes, it's
fascinating.
Absolutely terrible. It feels like a weird thing to bring up.
Sorry. It's just showing me a bunch of ads here. Sorry. Yeah, moving on.
Huge tragedy.
Yeah, it's a bummer. No, it's just a real bummer.
No, it sucks. It's awful. I feel bad. I recognized her from the bean counter. It's terrible.
Trying to find election results.
But again, thanks for bringing that up, Trav.
All right.
Really
Well,
appreciate
I'm
it.
just sharing what the news is sharing to me. Stream of conscious. Still
Moving
no
on.
No result.
Abigail Spanberger declared the winner of Virginia's gubernatorial race. First female governor in Virginia history.
What's her
dating
name?
back to at least Roanoke. Abigail Spanberger. All right. We have polls closed. We have the website up for results.
The results
We're not going to see them quite yet, but we'll get that going shortly. We'll probably start hearing some whispers soon. Maybe if Bill gets to the party, we can get some.
So I heard the
info.
Up at 24% turnout. I'm sorry, 28% turnout, but that's before mail-ins, and that's pretty high. So it was approaching 30%. Before you figure in mail-ins.
Wow. Dang.
And it looks like nothing reporting yet. We've got 7,600 mail-in ballots.
Oh, got it. No.
Or early voting, I should say. It's early overall is
right.
7,600.
I actually am not totally sure if that's well with early voting. That doesn't seem especially high, but doesn't seem especially low either.
What's that?
That early voting number.
Yeah, I mean this is
7,400
in the system right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, look who we got. We got a special guest. Christopher Bars is here.
Joe, that was 24% for 1-4. Or 28 is actually what it was.
Full display name that's not showing up right now is Christopher Bars voted twice today. So thank you for your effort, dude. We appreciate you.
I did my part and someone else's part.
Oh shit! I should have voted for my dad. Fuck. Damn it. Wasted vote down on Fruit Street. Could have had another one down there. Chris, how you doing? Great shirt.
Thank you. I'm doing all right. Been watching for a little bit, and just here for I don't know. Hopefully not a massive disappointment soon to come. And yes, I did vote in this shirt today. That's my I voted sticker on my I voted for Shaun Connolly for Pope 2025 shirt.
Love
Matt,
it.
no, and probably no one else appreciated the effort.
Yeah, you vote at the library, right?
I do, yeah.
What time did you vote? Do you know what number you were?
I do. So I always vote in person on the day, and I always vote at the same time so that I can get a sense of where we're at, as opposed to prior elections. Nice. Aaron was voter 96 and I was voter 97, which is both pretty fucking bad, and also at least it is double what it was in the prelims. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be. That's right. I think we're gonna start to get a good idea here pretty soon, but it's gonna be interesting. I don't really know what to make of what we've heard so far, and obviously there's not much to be made of it. But I think it's all gonna come down to in many ways to turnout. I think it always kind of does around here. We've talked before about how the cranks get their votes, and we see that kind of bear out in the prelims. And then it's just a matter of if we can get enough votes out of real people,
Yeah.
to make it have some good outcomes.
These look like maybe some early voting numbers pushing through.
That's what I'm saying, Chris.
Yeah, it looked like a maybe 1,600 vote
Rob's
lead for Petty for mayor. Rob in the lead.
Oh, good lead for early voting for Rob.
Legitimately.
Yeah. Yep. Attell leading 2, though that was very close. Biancaria up over Fiona in early voting, pretty big, which is a bummer, but we'll see what happens. Got a lot more precincts.
Yeah.
Chris, do you know if there's enough? We have enough experience with early voting in Worcester to determine if here early votes lean older?
I don't think we really do. I talked to Bill about this, or I think I talked on the podcast about it actually. So the first year we had early voting in a municipal election was 2023. So it's only our second time.
Okay.
And in 2023, it felt to, I looked at the results, like some of the people we managed to sneak onto council. And I was sort of like, I wonder if early voting will actually kind of change the way that elections go here, like if it'll actually be a bit of a pop for more progressive candidates. But then you look at the preliminary and it was the polar opposite of that. So I really have no idea.
The only thing I've ever seen on the federal level is that conventional wisdom, it tends to favor candidates who are popular with older electorate. So, and it's just the only reason I'm bringing it up is that made my nipples hard seeing Rob ahead with in early voting, that because it stands out significantly. If you look at the rest of the race, it's either it's people who've been there a million years, or the more conservative candidate is ahead with early voting. With the Attell is kind of straddling there and whatnot. It's in like a margin of error. Rob stands out, and that in my head, if you've used like what's conventional wisdom nationally, that's like really good for him.
Yeah. I'm just catching here. I'm interested to see the at-large come around again, but I'm just catching here that Nellie is she's behind Kathy Roy, but not by much.
It's close.
Yeah,
that jumped out to me too. That's interesting.
Which would also explain why people keep saying that Candy's folks have been especially mobilized over the last couple of days. I'm sure there was nobody whispering what those numbers look like as they're being entered into whatever database we're looking at now. Utter secrecy, no leaks whatsoever.
Yes. I think it's been, if nothing else, I have to say this really feels like it was before all the shit comes in and then we have to contend with that.
This is
all right. Let's see. Petty, Toomey, King, Rosen, Bergman, Calorio.
But this is all I fucking want for tonight. Is I want Gary to come ahead of Mo Bergman. I know that's all Gary wants. It's all I want. Mo gets beaten by Gary. It's a very small, insignificant win for Worcester.
I agree. I would take that as a win.
Yeah. And I think these numbers largely line up. There's some jumping here, but those numbers largely line up with what we saw during the prelim for.
Trav, can you just go back to that page? Just pick one, because it's not going to update for a couple minutes. It's probably another 10 before they start getting any bags down it. I think there is a lot to read into what they already have for at-large numbers. Again, just based on early voting. Should probably be good to get a heads up on. The talking point with all of Joe's big supporters over the last week is they were suggesting that Christian wasn't going to actually make it, that he was going to get bumped this time around. And he was going to end up getting, it was he and Donna were going to get replaced by Jamoa and Dr. Mitra.
Yeah, he's in a dead heat with Kate Toomey right now. That's a good spot to be.
Yeah.
I was just saying before, that it's been one of the silliest silly seasons we've ever had. And I really appreciated that, even if the results don't give us quite what we want. I appreciate that some of these jokesters were scared enough that they had to butcher ads in Spanish and, I don't know, do also whatever that weird illustration was Mo did and some of that kind of stuff.
He's talking to a bird, of course.
Oh, of course.
That's exactly what's going on there. Yeah.
Wow.
It's no matter what, like you said, no matter what, this has been a fascinating cycle. And I'm very happy we got to experience it. I hope things go well. Again, not super confident that things will hold, but if we can make a couple, if we can get a couple, edge cases in, then improve things slightly, then I think, then that's kind of a big win this year. I don't know what you guys are thinking about what the most likely scenarios are and how those look for everybody.
To me, if Rob knocks off Candy and Council doesn't get significantly worse, that's a pretty good night for me. That's my district, so I feel extra invested. But Candy being off Council would be a big one. I hope we can do a little better than that in some of the other races too. But
yeah, I agree. I think that's the him getting in is a massive win. If that can happen, then almost no matter what else happens, whatever, the likely scenarios, obviously a wipeout would be bad, but yeah, if he can get in and things can hold relatively the same, then that's still a huge win.
I keep missing it when it scrolls. What was early voting for one?
Oh yeah.
It's not easy to figure out what.
There it is. Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hard to say. Again, it's not a great number, but hard to say.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, it's very tough. It's your first race. You don't have, people don't have name recognition with you. If you are kind of a new face on the scene, it can be very, very tough to break through to people, especially when you're running against a former city councilor. Now, I would argue that people should have negative name recognition for Tony, but apparently, name recognition trumps, new guy thing. So, but we're going to find out.
One of 65 in for mayor.
All right. Yeah. We're starting to get, Christian's ahead after one.
Oh, that would be beautiful too.
Of Kate.
I would be rad if Christian became our mayor.
So what is actually reporting? So District 4 is reporting. Okay, so that's going to be very low. No offense, Chris. It's going to be low turnout. You're not 4. That's right. It's the other side of Main Street.
Yeah, no, I'm in. I'm in 2, which it's also going to be a thing. I'm interested to see Mayor come around again because Christian closed the gap on Petty quite a fair bit in the at-large. I'm interested to see if there's people who voted for Christian and also for Joe as mayor.
I'd be willing to bet there's a fair amount of that, honestly.
Be interested to see what that number is.
Right.
Do we know what all this?
For anybody that hasn't watched us watch results before, this is the part where it gets quiet. But this is what happens.
All right.
It's still paused.
No, I know. So we were talking about Christian. Oh, I can play it live if you guys want to.
Oh, sorry. No, I thought you were trying to get it live.
I thought you guys, you were curious to see how much he. Oh, mayor, thank you.
Yeah, just go. I think just go live with it.
Cool.
I think it's still behind a little bit, Travis. The live button wasn't lit up.
Yeah, if you click the live button, it should bring you. Yeah.
This fucking. I mean, who cares about question 1? But like, what the fuck, man?
Well, we were talking about it before. There's no way that it wasn't going to be high for yes, because it says on there that it's non-binding. Like, it's, you know, it's just going to be like, of course people are going to say yes.
Incog frog, frozen pudding, but it has to be made with actual rum, preferably white rum.
Ooh,
coming up.
Huh. Well.
Yeah, so it
didn't shift at all, but
no.
But the at-large shifted a bunch.
Yeah, just interesting.
Again, one precinct, we have no idea which one it was.
1 from 4.
Rob still, nothing yet. Still the same.
Yeah, so it's not from anywhere in D2.
It's gotta be 4. 4 is the only thing that
it is 4. Yeah,
the only district.
4.
Yeah.
So a random precinct in 4.
Yeah. Shout out to that precinct for having their shit together.
And you should be able to see what the total number of votes cast the next time it rolls around. Most of 4 has pretty low turnout. We could go back and take a look to see what historicals look like, see if there's a bump or not. I'll be really curious to see if this turnout ends up overall being low or not.
Does anybody understand what the style means? The different styles here.
We all get different ballots. I think it's because of the district ballots as well as the school committee ballots.
Understood.
Matt just sent us on Instagram the totals for 4-3, 143 total.
Okay. What's do we have a breakdown?
Yeah. For mayor, Christian 79, Joe 48, Sarkodie 13. At large, let's see, 101 for Christian, 77 for Gemma, 76 for Caden.
Yes, George Seption.
They're out of order, so I'm trying to read these. Petty 54 in 4-3. Half of Christian in this one report. Vote District 2, Rob Bellotta 97 to 38 Candy.
Hell yeah. That makes me really happy because the place, one of the precincts, as low turnout as we are, where Rob can really stack of small numbers, but enough small numbers is this one. 4-3 is where I am, and it's a lot of the people who live in the immediate downtown area, and most of whom don't vote and tend to be like pretty transient to the area. But I would say we are probably outsized in our progressive representation in the city, so that's good for the number of voters that got out.
That's great. Yeah,
because
this
will not stand. Social potato. Frozen pudding is like the most old school style of fucking ice cream in New England. Saying that you don't know frozen pudding is ice cream is basically telling the entire world you've never fucking had ice cream.
You've never had a custard?
What's that? No, it's
never had a custard?
It's the most dense form of. It's like literally like a New England ice cream flavor.
The other result for this. For Matt's message is school committee at large, Sue 71, Adwa 63, and Maureen 55. So again, low turnout, progressive precinct, but good ranges, I would say. And Fiona just behind, 5 votes behind Biancaria in this one, and then 87 yes. To 36 no on the unquestioned one. Squeebo getting social potato in here with the sub. Thank you so much.
Squeebo
throwing them around. George Seption gets a gift.
The results stream froze, but it's on their side.
You know why? They're fucking fixing it. They're seeing bad stuff coming in. So.
My God, Squeebo, making it rain.
Squeebo, you trying to start a hype train all on your own? Look at this guy. Somebody's happy about Dick Cheney going to hell.
Brian, I guess sorry to keep interrupting.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Social potato. As someone who owned a fucking ice cream shop, there is no pudding in frozen pudding. It's rum-based ice cream that has fruit that is soaked in rum that is then blended into the ice cream. There's no fucking pudding involved. Again, you're trying to go down this fucking bougie road. You're just sounding silly. You have no idea what you're fucking talking about. Frozen pudding is fucking ice cream. That's it. It's not that fucking complicated.
The rule is everybody gets one free band per stream, so just be careful because Brendan has his band to use.
He's never used
that what popped up during that little run of Squeebo giving out gifts subs is that we not only have Amber Waves of Gravy, we have a user called Gravy Lover. We have 2 Gravy fans.
How much gravy?
On This is exactly the audience I want to cultivate for this show.
I don't think I'm ready for all this gravy.
So, you can call that ice cream if you want, Ember Waves. Yes.
Yeah. So don't start a fight with Brendan. He
at least over
the
ice
band
cream.
hammer.
Not on ice cream. You can't fight with Brendan on ice cream.
Yeah, he knows more than you. Sorry. So is it still down?
Yeah, it's just not coming in anymore. I don't understand.
They're trying to fucking change it. They're getting in there. They got Elon in there messing with numbers.
Dude,
plugging things into different things.
Conspiracy theory if 2 is the last to come in, though. It will be, and it's gonna fucking piss me off.
Yeah. Shout out, R.I.P. Wooberry. It's in hell with Dick Cheney. What? They shouldn't have had a skateboard event. I'm just saying, you guys shouldn't have had a skateboard event. Skateboarding is a crime.
I put so many stickers on that pole.
I miss it. I miss it so much.
Had to keep going back and getting the top spot.
What is my favorite ice cream? I don't know. I switch it up a lot. I used to love Purple Cow. You guys remember Purple Cow?
No.
They still have it at Gibby's. It's black raspberry ice cream with chocolate chips, white chocolate chips, and raspberry like crunchy things in it.
What? Sounds yummy.
Yeah.
Plutonium. I feel you on the lactose intolerance. I suffer from the same tragic affliction. I will tell you something that I learned recently that might help you. I did a whole deep dive into Lactaid and that type of medication and how it works. And basically, you can't take too much, but like what it says on the box is probably not going to be enough for you if you're having like milk or ice cream. So I got some really good farm coffee milk the other day, and I took like 6 of those fucking things, and I suffered no consequences. So just handfuls of Lactaid, and you can probably make it happen.
I had shared recently my base recipe for vegan ice cream with the folks out at Stewart's in Holden who've been working on small batch ice cream. I don't know if they've started running with it yet, but if they do it, I told them to. You'll have another good option for a local vegan product as well.
Awesome. Yeah, the vegan stuff that you had was always great, and it was nice to be able to eat it, and not well,
probably too bougie for some people in the fucking chat, but I did work.
I haven't seen Brendan get this worked up in a while. This is great. I know, but they're hitting you where the things you really give a shit about.
Oh, Bill's on. We got Bill. I see him now. Bill, how we doing?
Hey, what's up? I'm outside of
and Yuk Crumb, and I am gonna go in.
You're
but-
upside down, which feels spiritually perfect.
I'm upside down.
No, you're
Yeah.
He's right side up for me.
Oh wow, that's weird. He's definitely upside down for me.
Chris, is your phone
Sorry,
upside
carry
down?
on.
So I'm gonna go in, and we don't know yet about D5, right?
No.
The results.
No,
stopped
in the
coming in.
results stream is frozen.
Although
we don't know
I mean,
anything.
Kevin must have already
quite
pulled
yet.
numbers down there. I know Kevin was just going to wait to have all the polling places pulled N5, so they probably already have the numbers. They're not. They might not be at City Hall, but they'll have them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and just see if I can find some stuff out, and then come back on in a couple minutes.
Great.
How about that?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm gonna have this in my pocket. I just don't want to be the weirdo walking around like with the camera in my face. Right away. So I'm gonna do that, and hopefully it's good news to report, but we shall see.
Make sure you tell Attell that we'll all die for her.
I yelled
of
out
course.
that I loved her on my ride into work today.
That's awesome.
She gave me a wave and a thank you.
That's awesome. All right, I'll be back on. I'm gonna stay like sort of in here, so I'm listening, but I'm gonna be off the.
Yeah, we'll pull you off and then we'll throw you back on when you're ready. Yeah. So we're all on the same team here. Let's not fight about ice cream. You hear that, chat? Be cool about ice cream.
Chubby Hubby from Ben and Jerry's, chocolate covered peanut butter filled pretzels. It's mostly because I'm a candy head. That's my favorite ice cream.
Favorite ice cream. Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm off Ben and Jerry's.
I was until one of Ben and Jerry's said, "Don't boycott the ice cream yet. There's still a lot of good people that make it."
Yeah, that's fair. But
I agree.
But also,
I had reservations for
a lever.
Yeah, no, 100%, homie.
Yeah.
Had reservations for the same reason. Yeah, it's delicious.
I'll be the weirdo, I guess, and say that if I'm getting down on not Ben and Jerry's, if I'm going to the grocery store to grab a half gallon of something that's not too expensive, I'm a Heavenly Hash guy.
Yeah, good call. Classic.
How much pudding is in Heavenly Hash? God damn. Come on, results.
Yeah, I checked Trav. It's froze on my end too. Like I ran it in a whole different browser.
Well, I appreciate that because that definitely confirms that I'm not crazy.
No, it's
same
done.
over here.
Yeah. It's not like this is like important or anything.
Didn't
or the only way that we can get results.
I feel like last time we did this, Bill had found where the source document lived, and it is somewhere accessible on the city website.
Oh yeah.
The funny thing is, unless it's an error in like a very, very small like sliver of the technology, this means that over at City Hall, it's also frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a screen share. So somebody's just not
Yeah.
paying attention.
Like if I walked over to City Hall right now, I would walk in to watch the results and it would just be a frozen page and no one fixing it for several minutes now.
Yep. What other kind of desserts do you guys like?
I had
What's
some,
everybody's favorite Halloween candy?
I had some baklava from Boomers tonight, and it was pretty good for baklava from a pizza place.
I've never had Boomers.
Boomers is a
good?
real gem. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They have some really good sandwiches. I would say they probably make the best calzone in the city.
What? Okay.
And I had never in like 20 years, I'd never gotten a pizza there. just because the other stuff was so good. But yeah, we got pizza from there tonight, and it's like a very solid Greek pizza. Yeah, Boomer's is great.
I've been hitting Worcester Pizza Factory real hard. Every time we've gotten food there, it's been delicious. And then I went in to pick it up one night, and the owner was playing FIFA with one of his employees. The owner is sitting up on the counter. It was just like, oh, this seems like a really cool local spot that people just enjoy being at. Dude, they were talking with customers.
Their pizza's so good too. We got it for the Hubie stream. I mean, it was for the Hubie really screening. They're so good.
Yeah, legit good. They have a farm to the side that says Worcester Pizza Factory Farm. I don't know how much of it gets used, but on their menu, some of their seasoning, some of their oregano and stuff gets thrown there. Yeah, big fan.
Damn. Yeah, it was really cold and rainy. I think turnout was depressed. Halloween was actually great though, because I think we had like almost 300 kids, or like 150 kids maybe, in like just over an hour, and passed out all our candy. And then I had time to go drive to Bellingham to see Halloween 3 in the theater. So it's like kind of an amazing Halloween. Also, earlier that day, I got to go up to the catwalk at the Worcester Auditorium.
What?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Oh, I don't know if anyone. I was gonna pop this on the podcast when we do the next one, but I actually haven't watched this yet. But there's a really great, like, years running Urbex page of guys who do abandoned buildings. They do them all over the world. It's this YouTube page called Proper People, or The Proper People, and they just did the Worcester Auditorium, and I've been like saving it. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Did they go? Was it like an official tour, or did they
It
just
must.
go in?
I feel like it must have been. They do that sometimes. Like, they have a sufficient profile that like places will open up for them.
Yeah.
They kind of do a mix of the two things, but yeah, I mean, they do like really in-depth, like 30, 40, 50-minute videos. I think this one's like 40 minutes. But I'm very excited to see it. I've never gotten to go in there.
It's amazing. It's an amazing place. We're going to be filming there in 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. I really can't wait. But it's been a blast being able to kind of check things out there a little bit. Jake's been very cool about showing me stuff. Oh, interesting. They should have just tried to do it officially. I think I think there's some incentive now to get people to see what it's like. I mean, it's been really cool bringing film crews there for like scouts and stuff, and just seeing like people's jaw kind of drop when they walk in. Just everything about that place is unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's crazy that we have it in Worcester.
We have it, and it's just sitting there, and we like haven't been able to imagine a way to come up with the, I don't know, 100th of the Polar, well, probably not, 25th of the Polar Park money to make it into something really cool again.
Yeah.
Like, it's got like it's got a stage that can face two directions. Like, it's got like all kinds of cool. I mean, the stage doesn't face two directions, but there's seating on both sides.
No,
of it.
but you can.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer.
That it's I mean, like, I will say, like, they're on their way. It feels real now. And seeing what the work has gone on there so far is like, it feels like a real possibility, which is really exciting. And I hope they get to the finish line, because it's just like, yeah, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, the murals are crazy. It's just unbelievable work. I saw the back side of the mural that day, and it's unbelievable. It's like sheepskin or rabbit skin plaster, like, and just layers and layers and layers of it. And they have the original documents, like the care instructions for the mural, in their possession now. And yeah, it's just, the whole thing is, yeah, it's crazy. I can't wait for things to get back going there.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't know.
So the backside of the building has, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. I'm not good at not cutting people off on stream. Apparently, sorry about that. I'm not a professional like you guys. Yeah, no, it's just, I don't know. It's, we used to, it feels very symbolic too. Like we used to build these cool public works projects. Like this is a Veterans Memorial Auditorium. Like we built this as like a, useful monument to war veterans, and, made it this cool space that everyone could enjoy. And it's just not a thing we do anymore. And I'd really like to at least see us not lose one of the last pieces of that we have. Also, Social Potato, I did see that, and yes, I do remember when you asked me if I was who I was at the Corona Bar at Polar Park. Yep, I remember you. Anytime you want to slip me a heavily discounted one, that's good too.
All right. I don't want to take credit, but I do want to give a huge shout out to our homie inside, who I just messaged and said, I don't think anybody's paying attention to the stream. And now all of a sudden the stream's back up. So
yeah.
Shout out. I don't know if they
great.
want us to dox them, but shout out to them. They're fucking rad.
All right. So we're still only have one precinct in one, reporting 22 of at large. Things look like they're kind of still holding, but that went pretty quickly. That's close.
Rob up by about 138 votes, I think.
Real close for a tell.
Really close in E too.
Still the same kind of. Yeah, still the same spread, I think, just about. A 12,000 ballots cast of the 38,000 registered so far. So that's about 25%, right? Yeah, the lead for Joe has come down slightly in the mayor's race, and Christian is pulling ahead away from Kate.
Well ahead.
Yeah, still. I mean, we're still have. It's basically right now. It's Gary replacing 2, and everything else is the same, I think, right?
Rob up by
almost 200.
Yeah, almost 200 with a third of the precincts in.
Caden was coming up the at-large race.
And Maureen and Sue are still neck and neck.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
They both make it, right? We have 2 of those.
Yes. It's 2 of 3.
I'd still love to see Sue come up on top.
I'd just like to not see a pederast apologist be our top contender for school committee. It's just
agreed. That's fair.
A little too on the fucking nose for my taste.
Slightly. Pierogi, we are too. Don't worry.
Bill's not on right now, but I can tell you exactly. I quit smoking cigarettes. It's going to be 7 years ago this January. But the last time that I smoked a cigarette, I can tell you exactly when it was. it was election night 2023. At the watch party at sundown, I believe it was, when I got real drunk and depressed and asked Bill for a cigarette, and didn't tell him I hadn't had one in years, and yeah, it's the last time I had a cigarette. So I'm gonna try to have better outcomes tonight.
There you go.
Election night cigs don't count though.
It's true. If only. She'd just get pardoned. I mean, it's less than 100 votes between Kathy and Nellie. It's the important thing to look at right there. It's 1,014 to 1,102. So the percentage can throw you off sometimes, but it's also a small district, so it's hard to, gain ground.
50,000 votes in so far. That's what I saw.
Again, that number's going down for me. I know it's a pretty substantial lead. I know he's not going to overcome it. But what we were saying before about that lead closing late is interesting.
Gemma's right on Donna.
We're still looking at about 200 between Gemma and Donna.
Oh, that's expanding for Rob.
Here we go.
That's 300 up
now, or just under 300.
Yeah.
For Solo, pretty decently out ahead. I know we haven't talked about that at all.
So I'm just looking at the
right now.
Just looking at the 2023 numbers for E, and I couldn't remember how close that race was. I remembered it being pretty close. Kathy Roy beat Nellie by 103 votes. It was 1,565 to 1,462.
Which is just about the margin right now, right?
We're at 3/4 in ish.
It is so funny that for Solo's going to win.
Petty's looking pretty
solid for mayor. And
yeah. But again, dropped again.
Donna just raised above Mo.
Yeah, but Gemma's less than 100 behind, or 200 behind Mo.
Rob's almost 400 up on Candy.
All right.
I'm just looking quickly too. I think we're going to see bigger turnout than 2023. I'm just looking at the totals for at large. And yeah, Joe finished with 11,171. I think he's pretty close to that number now with half the precincts in.
Yeah. It feels like we're probably be about 50% up in District E if the rate holds. Or not 50%, it would be less than that, but things seem higher than last time. It was embarrassing in 23. Yeah, I wonder what it is compared to 21.
Let me take a peek. I've got it near hand here.
Sorry for any Edson Montero stands out there.
Still the same for at large.
I think it says something that Satya and Caden have around similar vote totals right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think that what we've been talking about is a big part of it. Maybe I
2021.
might-
Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
No, I was just going to say that again. The first time running is very hard to break through that, and that tends to hold true. But so you're not, that we got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, and no pressure on anybody, but I always tell good first-time candidates that don't make it, please consider doing this again in 2 years. I don't even know why you decided to do it once, but please do it one more time, maybe 2 more times. It really does. It really does make a difference. So in 2021, there were 17,326 total ballots cast. In 2023, it was 24,662. So 2023 was a good jump from 2021.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at all those blank votes.
God, Gemma could actually bump Mo. Depending who's not.
Yeah.
It's more than half of 5 hasn't come out yet. So Mo actually usually does pretty well in 5.
It's interesting. I mean, we always talk about like signs don't vote and all that, but I will say that like Gemma's presence in 5, I mean, all around the city, honestly, has been much bigger than I expected. As far as like where her signs are and who they're paired with and just the prevalence of them. So, I mean, I don't think we should be too shocked if she comes through. It'd be great.
We're at 17,000 votes cast so far. That would be great, Brian.
How do we celebrate if Mo gets bumped?
Oh my God.
I don't know who watches Trailer Park Boys, but I'm gonna go get my biggest handle of liquor and tape a sign on the front of it that says Mo Bergman, and I'm not finishing my night till it's empty.
Bill, we got you.
So
5 must be popping off.
all of you here have knocked on doors and picked up with her, made calls, got to know your neighbors better. So thank you for that. Thank you for giving so much to our campaign.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I saw
I don't
that
know if
too.
there's anybody other than coming here from organized labor, but I truly appreciate our brothers and sisters in organized labor who didn't rescind their endorsements, even after some of the labor leaders called them to do so. And we've got some work to do on building some better coalitions. I don't know if anybody from Neighbor to Neighbor is here, but they're amazing work building a really good coalition, going to door, talking to our neighbors that nobody talks to. Really appreciate them. Our campaign team, Allie, Sislo, Johanna, Alex, Sarah, Senator Robin Kennedy, Sue Melman, who's my good friend. Everybody worked really, really hard. We truly did. I have so much to say about my family. My 2 sons are here.
Your family.
Kevin Kassen, my partner, my life partner, my campaign manager, my rock. Didn't just help our campaign and propel many progressives to win seats. He actually helped a lot of the other progressive campaigns. Got a generous heart. I think a lot of things happened this year, and we were up against a lot. I don't know why the voters chose the way they did. I respect their decision, and soon I will call Jose to congratulate him. I think the most disappointing part of this journey has been that we worked so hard. We worked so hard against all odds. Attacks from the police union, attacks from some of our labor leaders, things that I will talk about in the days to come, because I think it's important to expose some of the underhanded tactics that mostly came from our democratic leaders in the city.
Yeah.
And not as much from our opponent, which we expected. So yeah, it's disappointing. It's sad. However, we have some work to do starting tomorrow. We will likely have a more regressive city council, and our communities will need us.
Yes.
I know it's easier said than done, and I will have some time to grieve and be sad, but I'm not stopping there. So we will take the time to grieve and be sad. We will celebrate the amazing relationships that we've built with each other. I don't think we would have been able to move as much as we did against as much as we were up against if we didn't build strong relationships with each other. This campaign had 45 volunteers from District 5 who canvassed their own neighborhoods, who talked to their own neighbors. We got to know people better because of that. We were not funded by big corporations, by landlords, by people who don't have the best interests of the city in heart. We were funded by you and people who recognize that having an elected official put her body on the line to protect her constituents is something that is valuable. And maybe it wasn't enough for Worcester, but we will continue to protect our neighbors. We will continue to push for a better city. And so I probably am a little tired and exhausted right now. So I just want to thank you all for an incredible community that we've built together.
Thank you.
And we will continue.
Let's celebrate whatever wins we get tonight. Let's continue building on the work. Continue to build stronger relationships, show up for each other because we're heading into some really tough times in our city. And our neighbors need us. So I'm going to be there. I'm going to take a little rest.
Yeah.
And I'm going to enjoy my family
Yes.
and all the time away we spend from each other. And
The work continues.
and the work continues. So I love you all very, very much. And
We
thank
love
you.
you. We love you.
All right. Good news. It looks like Rob won. And I think Satya Mitra just bumped out Donna Clorio.
So that's the good news.
Yeah, I mean, anytime Don is gone, that's for us.
I'm sorry. I'm just I'm beside myself right now. This Attell thing.
Yeah.
It sucks. But like she said, we got to focus on the wins that we did get.
Yep.
And we're going to hold this fucking guy to task. He's going to fight for the city like he keeps saying he's going to. We're going to see what that fucking means.
He's going to fucking sell us out, dude. I just texted Rob that it's all on you, kid.
Wow. Satya Mitra right now. Oh, it's real close, but yeah, he's bumped Bergman out. I take that trade.
Looks like they're all
Colorio.
over it.
Bergman's still in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I take that trade too.
Yeah. Anytime we lose Donna, that's a positive.
Legit.
I don't know. Yeah. Mitra's not good for this stuff, but hopefully he's winnable.
I don't think he's
more than
winnable. He's definitely more entrenched than other first-time candidates would be, but he hasn't been in the room for, I don't know, more than a decade. I don't think there's anything good about him. I just hope that maybe it takes him long enough to get his feet wet that we could toss his ass in 2 years, as opposed to Adana, where you know exactly what she's going to do. And
We're only missing 2. So it looks like a Tony Economou.
This is where we're gonna land. Nothing's gonna change right now.
Yeah.
This is it. There's not enough votes to get Gemma in, and she'd have to jump Donna. That's not happening. So this is what we're looking at. So,
where are the precincts that are missing from? Where
5.
what still has holes in it? Okay,
2 and 5. How close?
Depending which setup they're likely are going to help Mo.
Yeah, that's fair.
It looks like one's on Kathy's side and one kind of. So yeah, it basically right across Park Ave.
It tells too classy to do this, but how close is the election before somebody calls a recount? I don't know if that even applies to this type of an election.
I don't even know.
Well, it's so they actually already have the full results that we're waiting on, because so when that how you're asking like the machine pulls a number or it shows when you put it in at the end of the night, like anyone can go in and actually go to the polling place and they pull a final strip for like a printout that has all the numbers for that machine, so all the votes cast. Sometimes it takes a lot of work to tabulate that for the entire city, but for a district race, it's actually pretty easy. Adele's probably had her numbers for a half hour, 45 minutes. Whatever one we're waiting on is literally just taped to the door at the polling place.
Right.
Okay.
I guess if we're looking for a positive here is that this really lets us off the chain on this show to be much bigger dickheads to the city council.
I mean, that's fair.
Travis,
yeah, they're
I'm putting together a Mike Tyson Punch-Out animation for me.
Say that again, Brendan.
Start putting together like a Mike Tyson Punch-Out animation for the stream for us. I think we're gonna need that with every time Jose says something stupid.
Okay. I mean, for the next season, we're gonna go Punch-Out theme. I like it.
So yeah, they're like really. I was just looking to see if I could figure out with the municipal exactly what it was. There are situations in Massachusetts where an automatic recount can be triggered. I don't know if it applies in a municipal election. A candidate can petition for a recount, but there's like signatures that have to get gathered and money that has to get spent. I guess the point of it is Attell would have to, unless you're being obstinate, Attell would have to really have a reason to think that there was that flip in the count somewhere. So we'll see. What was the margin again? See it as it comes by. 258. Yeah, that's not nothing.
With 2 still reporting, but still.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like 1 came in. 25,755 votes. So that's on par with the number you read at 2023, right, Chris?
Yeah, what was the number again?
25,000 and change.
Yeah, it's a little higher. 24,662 was the total in 2023.
Well, I want to publicly go out and say that I'm really fucking proud of Rob Bellotta.
Seriously,
he worked his ass
Hell
off.
yeah.
He's up.
He kicked the shit out of her.
Work starts now, but yeah, I'm really proud to know you, Rob.
Oh, Gemma did jump Donna.
That rules.
And she's 55 votes behind Mo.
We've got one more precinct out.
Yeah.
55 vote differential would be tough in one precinct, but not impossible. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's frustrating. I went to the last D5 debate, and man, Jose is he's just fucking dumb. Like I don't know a better way to put it. I really don't. I hadn't seen him speak in a long time, and he's just not very bright. And I left that. No one goes to a debate to figure out what candidate they're going to vote for, right? It's why I normally don't go to debates. I went because Attell asked me to go, because of worries about shit that might happen in the room, which is a commentary on this entire fucking cycle for a lot of people, specifically for her though. But I just no one goes to debates to decide who they're going to vote for. It's a cheerleading contest. It's it's what it is. But I left that room being like, man, she's like, I don't know. I just didn't think this could happen. I should have been a little more cognizant of that. But yeah, that's a big margin. It's 340 votes.
I can't fucking
We have to deal with John fucking Fazolo as well. I don't think anyone's mentioned that yet. Like John Fazolo.
No,
Worcester City Council. That is so fucking retarded. I just said that. I'm sorry. The fuck?
Guys, he's the only candidate ever who's been for the lowest residential tax rate. So
he's the only candidate that's been essentially run out of the Massachusetts state violations.
He's the only candidate who may or may not have been found locked into a cemetery and maybe intoxicated, allegedly. Yeah, it's really wild. Bill made the little clip for the last episode before the one he just put up about Heather, and it's a clip of him saying he's the only candidate for who's for the lowest residential tax rate. But the clip is just actually I'm the only candidate, and in my little weird brain that mostly I keep to myself, I've just been imagining this scenario in which John Frazolo ran for a city council seat, insisting that he was the only candidate. Period.
Yeah.
I don't know why Patch is doing that. They're just wrong.
Yeah, we're all in here.
Yeah, 100%.
379 is the final number that Attell lost by. And we're at 26,092 votes this cycle.
And Kathy Roy is back.
Yeah, thanks, Noelia. Couldn't have thrown 100 fucking votes to Nelly.
So like most of this shit, mixed bag with a steaming pile of crap.
Candy's off the city council.
That is a benefit.
And I'm not. I am trying to cope, but like I'm not just trying to cope. Like that is actually one of the bigger things that could have happened tonight.
So was Donna.
Yeah.
But now we got Mitra.
Polls are closed in New York.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah! We're all in for Cuomo, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm going Sliwa.
I said this is a Sliwa stream. Kid. We're breaking out the berets from here on out.
You know what? You're right, and I apologize. I actually love Curtis Sliwa. Not his politics, but just him as a person,
as a character.
Decision Desk is already calling it for Soharan.
Nice.
Do you guys know about Curtis Sliwa and his cats?
No.
So Curtis Sliwa famously has lived in a studio apartment, I think of like a 460 square foot studio apartment for decades. It's probably rent controlled. He probably pays like $62 for it. But he has had, I think, as many as like 16 cats. It's a specific number, and he keeps it at that number because it's one less than I believe it was Harry Truman had. It's like Truman had 17 cats, so he has 16 because he's not quite him. Yes, I see someone mentioned in the chat. Sliwa is a accomplished competitive eater. That is true.
This is actually kind of huge. The city of New York is reporting that they hit 2 million votes cast for the first time since 1960.
Whoa. That's a lot.
Wow.
And that was a half hour before the polls closed.
Curtis Sliwa once disqualified from a competitive matzo ball eating contest because he squeezed the broth out of the matzo balls.
All right. Where do we call it here?
I mean, let's give Bill a little time to jump back on. We can talk New York for as those come in, and we're shit sucks.
JJ Binks noting that Mitra had a bad prelim showing and getting a seat seems sus. I see what you're saying, but he didn't do that badly in the prelim. He definitely did better tonight. And if you didn't see, the last 2 weeks have been a cascade of basically every day Satya Mitra and Douse announcing a new pretty substantial endorsement. I don't know how much I believe endorsements matter, but I mean, he was endorsed by former city councilor Matt Wally. I believe Sean Rose endorsed him. Rick Rushton endorsed him. Some sitting councilors endorsed him. And so, yeah, they rolled that out. I thought they rolled it out like kind of a little bit too late, but a lot of people got a lot of mailers. A lot of signs went up. I mean, that was close to $100,000 campaign.
He did a ton of mailers and did a substantial amount of door-to-door work as well.
I think I got a Mitra mailer every week for the last 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It's a real bummer, but so much of Worcester city politics and the reliable voter base is that guy whose name they know, or the guy whose name they know telling them to vote for the person that's on the ballot. In good news, we got John Frizzolo, and there's a non-zero chance that we get to see something like John Frizzolo perp walked out of City Hall for stealing the copper, or I don't know, running some kind of harebrained scam.
that is something to look forward to for sure. I feel like it's a pretty good we have pretty good odds of that happening too.
Yeah, the guy kind of can't stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that even this race in many ways is like too polite in not, calling out the true nature of things. I mean, I don't know why we weren't talking as a city every day about the fact that we have an insurrectionist on school committee. I don't know why we couldn't even get the other Democratic nominee to endorse against an insurrectionist. I don't know why we're holding back on people. I don't know why we're being polite to Joe Petty.
The Joe's point is because we're fucking townies, and I mean,
it's true.
That's it.
No, it's true. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're just talking shit about your own cousin, and some of us have gotten comfortable with that over the years, and it's some of us are not. I don't know.
I mean, but imagine how many, like, if you could, is there not even a chance that we could attract more people to actually vote if they thought, there were people willing to,
I think you
fight
could
for things.
Yeah, I think you go back to I don't think it's just the fight thing, man. I think it's just the as we were talking earlier, the authenticity thing. There isn't a lot to get motivated about, and I'm not knocking anybody, but like I literally am your target demographic as a known voter, right? And I can count on half of one hand the number of people who are at my door this year. That's like. Whatever, man. Like that, some things still matter,
right?
So, like, yeah, I don't know.
I agree. That's the first thing that needs to, like, is more strategic, but also just the idea, like, they ran, like, seemingly the rest of city council ran a targeted campaign to get Attell out because she was the one person that was willing to, like, buck the the system. And I mean, I do agree that if she ran at large, she'd have a pretty decent chance of getting back in.
Dream Noises, do you mind saying what part of the city without outing yourself? Like, that I'd be really curious in. Yeah, because we had nobody over here at all. And there's always somebody working from home too, so it's not like missing people. It tons of mailers, but
Yeah, I have no idea who really tried to hit doors. For myself personally, I live in a building where it's impossible to hit doors. Something that is going to continue to become an issue as we have more of these locked, high density downtown or other area of the city building complexes. I just think a lot about, like, we just don't have a real media anymore. And that's not to take anything away from Bill or you guys or whatever, but I mean, I have some sense of the demographics of the people that are attracted to alternative outlets as we know them, or as I know them as a white dude in Worcester, and it's a lot of people that are not dissimilar to me. And that's a tough wall to break. There's also just the factor of, we're just fucking townies at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Brian, I don't know how much you've knocked doors. Brendan, I know you have. I remember working a state rep race probably 10 years ago and being like having parts of my list get crossed off because like, oh, that person, you know, that person's family went to, you know, they played Little League with the opponent. And I was like, really? Like they're just off the table? And they're like, yeah. They will never get their vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Flandys, that's what I mean. Like it's a concentrated and concerted effort, and that's what it takes to, you know, to knock off somebody that is that strong of a personality and that strong of a, you know, a fighter. So, you know, we need more of that to not only to stand up against the, you know, fucking dorks, but to be a bulwark against, you know.
I just want to make a comment on something that Plutonium said here that, you know, what you're saying is totally true, but I think it's also important to remember that, you know, your social content isn't winning votes, or rarely is it winning votes. That's getting a degree of attention, but you still need someone, even if it's a surrogate for your campaign, to be following up with that attention to make some degree of direct contact. It could even be through a platform similar to, like, not saying like us in particular, but similar to this, where you can at least get a sense of like a parasocial relationship. But there's no sales being closed by way of a social media platform. That's just the marketing side of things. It's the advertisements out there. Something needs to follow it up. And I do think that is something that is getting lost. You know, it's too easy just to put out a bunch of campaign material online and think that that's because someone liked something, or, you know, it got some attention, or people are talking about it, that translates to like actual voters. It just doesn't. As we know, our voting base is small. It's the majority of people who you're engaging with aren't even voters. And
go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And I mean, you know, it does get down to like the, you know, bread and butter stuff that campaigns do. At the end of the day, you still do need people to hit those doors. You need a real human, preferably the candidate, but, you know, a surrogate of the candidate, somebody to hit those doors and, you know, try to get someone to talk to them at the door, talk to them about their voting plan. Because, I think it sounds weird to people who are, like, frankly kind of freaks about this stuff, but you know, normal people don't necessarily, especially traditionally disengaged bases of voters, like it doesn't necessarily translate to getting out the door and voting, be it early or on election day. And you know, literally comes down to, did someone knock on your door today to tell you, like, hey, go vote? Do you have a plan to go vote? Do you need a ride to go vote? That kind of stuff really matters, and it can't be replaced by social media. Pressure on voters, direct pressure on voters matters. I remember there was a really interesting thing that I can't remember who did it. It may have been Mass Alliance or Common Cause, but they showed voters each other's voting propensity, and people were really upset to be shown that their neighbors knew how often or how seldom they voted, but it was also highly motivating to them.
Right.
Yeah, just stuff like that. Like, you got to get people actually out the door and to the polling place, and I don't think you can do that with social media alone.
I agree. Yeah.
Also, it's just it's interesting how of the people running, you know, I think if we were to talk about who are the disruptors on city council, according to all of these people that said they want, you know, business as usual, regularly scheduled programming, I think you could fairly say Attell, Tu, and Christian were the targets of that. Tu is not running again. Attell just lost, and Christian just had a pretty strong showing in at-large, if not for mayor. And I don't know. I'm thinking a little bit about what are the differences besides, you know, in a couple cases, the the level of the action that they took that separate those two candidates, that it cost Attell and it didn't cost Christian seemingly nearly as much.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the people in the chat have been discussing it, and I don't like to think that it's the case, but I do think it's the case that the charges, that the whole Eureka Street thing, I think it hit differently with a lot of folks who are just normies, and which is kind of a downer. But I really do think at the end of the day, a lot of people saw someone getting arrested, and they or getting charged with something, and just have to make the assumption that person did something wrong, so they deserved those charges, missing the bigger picture altogether. It's there's a lot of stuff,
right, and that's kind of a telling sign for what's coming for us, is that like enough people that vote believe that they're that the dudes showing up that day on Eureka Street are in the right and have the authority, that we're fucking boned anyways, and we just knocked off the most likely person to stand up against that and ushered in a new council that is so much more likely to fucking bend over backwards for authority. And it's honestly like, looking at it right now, it's worse today than it was yesterday as far as that goes, certainly. So it's us. It's only us. It's only ever us.
Bill, you there?
Supposed to put him on, but
Yeah. Hold on. Rob's sit here, right?
He is absolutely.
Yeah. Sit. Hey, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm on the screen right now. Yeah. Oh, that's all right. It's all right. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Real low.
Yeah, you're a little quiet.
Okay.
So Bill's at Boland's right now. He's at party.
No, we can go here. All right, I'm gonna have Rob come outside for a second. Wait, did you get that speech yet? Yeah. What's that? Yes. Okay. All right. Sure. I was over at Attell's there. Oh, it's all right. You guys want to go to the patio? Yeah, let's go to the patio. Getting Rob out of the patio.
Great.
Madness.
Oh, hey. Why don't you guys come this way?
Oh yeah, we'll go down that way. Yeah. All right. We got some better lighting. I appreciate you. You're going the extra mile for me here. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, Counselor Rob.
Counselor Rob, that feels good to say.
It's crazy.
We have to get used to this.
Rob, lighten my spirits, cheer me up. How are you feeling?
Very happy, very excited.
Yeah.
We ran a really long. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
From running in 2023, but we just kept our nose down and did the work. I'm so thankful to all the volunteers and everyone that helped, because literally I could not do this without people from District 2, without Worcester residents. So thank you to everyone.
Yeah.
Who helped out. And I'm just thrilled to represent my neighborhood, man, and represent the city, represent Worcester. I love the city so much, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, that's it's for me. I just came from Attell's, and that one hurts bad for a number of reasons. But this is a real silver lining, and I'm not going to make you talk bad about your opponent, but I can. And to go from Kenny Merrill Carlson to Rob Bellotta in District 2 is tremendous. Can you walk me through some of the things you said? And I'm so bummed to have missed it, but your victory speech. What sort of notes were you hitting?
What's up, brother?
Hey, that's Counselor Rob you're talking to right there.
I wanted to say thank you to all the volunteers that have helped out this campaign and the other campaign, and my family and friends and everyone, District 2 residents that wanted to believe in what I was about and believe in what I was doing, despite, you know, my limitations and despite, you know, my disability. And it means a lot. And I'm really thrilled to represent my neighborhood in District 2 and really bring, you know, some representation back to the people and focus on, you know, uplifting our community and not you know, just rubber stamping everything that comes through City Hall.
Right. So this is gonna be my last question because I know what's on the agenda for tonight. Probably have a few more pops. Probably celebrate a little bit
more and then go to bed because
yeah.
I am tired.
Yeah, I bet you are. It's been a long time, but sort of what as you prepare to actually come into the role, what are some of the things you're thinking about? What are some of the things you want to get out ahead of?
Well, number one for me is taking a look at the CSX neighborhood funding and putting that money to work for our neighborhood, for District 2, and, you know, connecting with neighborhood groups and residents and connecting with small businesses down here and finding out really, you know, what would benefit, but just doing the work, connecting with other councilors, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that I'm sure I don't see eye to eye with on a lot of things, but what I really would like to do and what's been missing on council for a long time is the ability to really sit down and have conversations with people without, you know, taking everything personal.
Right.
And trying to hash some stuff out and really do better for the Worcester residents. So that's what I'm really excited about, to put all the petty politics away.
Right.
And just like have frank conversations about what is really going to help Worcester residents.
Excellent. Well, Rob, I think that I shouldn't take you away from your party for
no, it's all right. I appreciate
any
it.
longer. And I'll buy you a beer if you want a beer.
We'll have a beer sometime, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
A beer and a hot dog. And Travis, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you,
Love you,
brother.
buddy.
Hey,
Bryan, hello.
Really proud of you.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, we're all
Proud of you, Rob.
No, I
Congrats.
appreciate it, man. It's tough to see how
Congrats, Rob.
get back on, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We can pivot right now, man. I think now is the turning point, honestly.
Awesome.
And I'm excited
My new
to,
city councilor.
like Robin Kennedy says, uplift people. And
Yeah.
I said before, like McGovern says, bring more folks to the table, man.
Yeah. Cool.
So I'm excited to do.
All right. Well, Councilor Rob, it's been a pleasure to talk to you for the first time. Councilor-elect Rob.
Yeah.
That's not very catchy, though. That's not very catchy.
It's not as catchy, but
I'll call you up January 6th or whatever and call you Councilor Rob for real.
well, January 6th, I'm getting a bus.
What's happening? You're getting a what?
I'm gonna book a school bus.
You're booking a school bus? Yeah, that's right.
I think they're going to be booked already
Kathy,
for.
all right, I'll let you know. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna buy Rob a beer.
Resist one of those.
Yeah.
I don't want to
I'm buying Rob a beer, and I will be back on in a little bit after that happens. All right, see you guys.
Great. Sounds good. I mean, it's hard not to be happy about that. And slamming a joke in there as well. Could he be our funniest counselor? I think so.
Very possible.
I get a feeling about that. So yeah, I mean, listen, it's gonna be a brutal 2 years. You know, Gary Rosen is now one of our most progressive people on city council.
So absurd.
I mean, like, you know, like, look at this council now. Like,
this is not a serious body politic.
No, it's not. And I mean, the good thing is that they will do nothing. With this makeup, the good thing is they will do nothing. But look at that. Christian and Rob are the only two left standing. The only two that are going to be, fighting for the fight that was already impossible and is now going to be even crazier. I mean, we have Tony Economou and John Frisolo on city council in 2026.
It's just always the same assholes forever. It always, locally, federally, like it's just the same, like 15 assholes forever.
Yeah.
Which I know.
Yes, it is. It's entirely men besides Kathy.
I know I've had some good conversations about how do you improve electorate and how do you change voting demographics, but that's another big part of it too. Is you look at the makeup of when do all the Irish and Italian people just say, okay, my work is done here, like we've been at it for 70 years. It's time to we'll all go down to the Cape together. There are so many actual demographics, true voting blocks in the city that remain wildly unrepresented. And it's for no other reason than people just won't get out of the fucking way. It's that's the thing that blows my mind. Is look at a lot of these folks that have been here for, has Joe hit 30 years yet? We're close to 30 years.
He's close
in politics for over that time frame now. It's dude, just give it up. You put in your time. You nothing else to offer. Move on.
Yeah. It's people who, it's entrenched people who literally just kind of have nothing better to do. I genuinely think, there's a couple people there who I think really love, mixing it up and, being in the big room or whatever. And maybe they're getting something from that. Maybe they're not. I think a lot of our politicians, honestly, are bought for very little to free. And they just don't really have anything better to do. And yeah, Brendan, it's a real shame when you have the shift in demographics we've had in this city, and yet these people just won't hang it up and just say, hey, I don't know, let's see what happens if half of the councilors who've been on for 4 or more terms just take a break and let some new people come in.
And
I'm just can't do it.
Talking about people that are the caliber of the founder of a very successful startup and is terrified of leaving their baby behind, right? You're just a bunch of random folks who managed to win the popularity contest 30 years ago for mediocre job managing mediocre status of second tier city. Right? That shouldn't be. Go get a fucking hobby. You're still alive. Go enjoy yourself, dude.
Right. We have a great senior center. Yeah. Just go do that.
Right. Gary, well, apparently not, because Gary was planning on fucking parking there. And now
he was there.
Back,
He's been there for the last 8 years. Advocating for safe safe injection sites.
But and dude, it's disheartening when you look at it from that lens of just they won't go away. There's no way to knock them out of enough of them out of these spots for it to make a difference. It's fucking whack-a-mole. You great, we knocked off Donna, we knocked off Candy. That's fantastic. Look who's in to take their places. Things could go kind of okay if Louis Ojeda becomes much more of a strong, counselor than he has been.
It's the wild card.
And Gary Rosen somehow has become more progressive in, his absence. I tend to think that the sun, has had an effect on his brain, standing out there all summer. It was a very hot summer. So it's like I said, the positive is they will continue to do nothing. The negative is this is the time when we need them to do something. And so we don't now then that's option is out as far as we will have somebody holding the line. We will now have people opening the door for, people to come into the city and fuck with our neighbors. And now it's just us. And now we get into the timeline of, things are going to get ugly and things are going to get sketchy for, we can't even get people to vote for somebody who stood up against, what they thought was an unfair treatment from, faceless secret police. We can even get people to vote for that person. We're not going to get anybody to stand up against them. when it comes time for all of us to be on the streets and protecting people and protecting ourselves, we're going to get a whole lot of more of people fucking wringing their hands and saying that, well, they're just taking the criminals and we should just comply and then they won't bother us. It's going to get worse. And we have, you know, we lost the firebrand as far as standing up for that goes. Now it's going to be, it's much more in question as to how that all goes.
Yeah.
The worst part is Jose's not even the least. Jose's not even the most regressive person, like on this council.
No.
You know.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I don't know. I don't want to make it more depressing, but here goes. You know, I think if you try to like pick out a theme of like generally what voters were saying outside of any specific race, I try to look at things that way. I think sometimes it can be helpful, and it's like very, very early to do that. But if I could identify a potential theme at this point, I would say one that stands out to me as a strong possibility is just that people reacted favorably to the let's get back to business. Let's not have, you know, a disruptive, you know, city council and you know, activist councilors, et cetera. Unfortunately, the people who were the most implicated in that, for the most, you know, courageous acts, suffered the worst tonight. And I would say the people that stayed the furthest from that or ran on that did pretty well. And that includes Gary. Gary, that was also basically Gary's campaign.
Yeah, completely. So you know what we should do? Shut down every meeting.
Yeah. Give them what they're afraid of. Fuck it.
Right.
It would make Mo's brain explode.
Yeah. Fuck them.
The result for Mo is funny. Mo, we talked about this on the podcast back when it happened, but Mo was definitely feeling his oats after the prelim. So much so that a random anonymous text went out that was like, hey, would you be thinking about either any of the candidates who are running for mayor or possibly Mo Bergman for mayor? And also the second question, the second end of questions was like, basically, would you be mad at Mo if he ran? I'm not sure Mo's position to be running for mayor is looking as strong tonight. So there's that.
No, but in 2 years when Joe doesn't run, it'll be really interesting to see who does think that they should be in a ceremonial seat, which only differentiates them from the rest of their peers by the ability to issue keys made by the kids up at Vogue and having, you know, a rough idea of how Robert's Rules of Order works.
They get to say thank you when the 2 minutes are up.
Yeah, they get to run the shot clock.
Yeah, it's a good point. And I mean, in all seriousness, I think that the conventional wisdom has been that Joe has been hanging on, waiting for someone else, at least at Joe's level of quote unquote liberalism, to come and like take the mantle. It doesn't seem to be where Joe's aiming really since he lost the race to Robin, but the last couple of years, I don't think Joe would have much of a problem handing it over to Mo or, you know, a Mo-like character. Kate Toomey.
No, not specifically Kate Toomey. Yeah. They all might hate she's useful to them. They might hate her more than we do, honestly.
Okay, let's meet Kate Toomey if she starts pulling off Utah curls. If she does Utah curls, then could she run for mayor successfully?
I mean, anything's possible, Brendan. I don't know. Who am I to say?
Gio,
he wanted Chandra's.
Yeah. That's wild. I didn't know that. And that 100%. Is wow. That is a big swing and a miss.
Gio, to your other question, I think give it 2 weeks, and you'll start hearing people talking about that.
Yeah,
charter change. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah, it's definitely coming.
Congratulations to Rob. I feel like I'm not adding anything to this conversation. I'm going to sign off and go.
Cool, dude. Thank you.
Commiserate. Love you, boys.
Have a good one.
Love you, dude. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what the near term and the short and the medium term and long term looks like, but I can't for the life of me fathom how things are like so much weirder and worse than we thought that they could. I mean, I knew that this was the likeliest outcome, but now that it's happened, it feels weirder.
Yeah, this is a few big things away from what I thought was the most likely outcome tonight. It's mostly what I thought it would be, but and I was pretty pessimic to now that it's over and I could be honest.
Yeah.
But I did think that Attell would win. I thought Attell would win, close but like decisively.
I didn't.
And
Chris, I thought it was going to be a blowout for Attell. I'm genuinely like shocked, but
yeah,
not surprised, but I'm shocked. Like, been wrong before.
Yeah,
I mean, the biggest thing is that it just like Rob winning, I thought would mean that Attell won, and I know they don't have anything to do with each other, but it's just like a general like direction of things.
Yeah, it's a vibe, it's an energy, and it's also like you're talking about two districts with candidates that really know how to do the fundamentals of a campaign. It's not like either of those people were really better or worse at like knocking doors, talking to voters, getting mailers out, making phone calls. They're both, really, really well-run campaigns, and so it's hard to distinguish a difference there. And yeah, it's I don't know. It's a weird outcome.
Yeah, and it just, I mean, Travis threw it up for a minute earlier. They called the race for Mamdani, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's that type of thing, just us not fitting into the national environment like at all is so it's obvious. I mean, this is what I thought it was going to be earlier today, but it just is like all along we've been saying, don't get your hopes up. It's going to be bad here. But just the way it's bad is so, it's just always like, it's just so strange. It's just such a fucking weird city, man. And I think this is a good point, Scribo. It's true. It is true. But
yeah,
I guess it's just the races were fueled by very different things. The knock on Candy is that people know that she's a snake, and they know that she's not about her constituents. And that's a very, very different, like, just overall race than the one that went on between Attell and Jose. And the book on Jose is that he's a known quantity as far as being, a famous boxer from the city. And if you're not actively against his politics, if you're not like strongly against his type of politics, then he seems fine. Because probably the vast majority of people that voted for him have never heard him speak, have never heard an actual word come out of his mouth. They just know, oh, that's that boxer guy. And my friends are saying I should vote for him because Attell is, a criminal or some shit. So I guess that's what it is. But it's just strange that, like, yeah, it's just weird.
as like a vast oversimplification, I think the candidate who got to run the most Mamdani type campaign was probably Rob. He was, he was running a second time, not a first time, but like Rob really got to run on like, I want the city to be more affordable. I want more tax breaks for seniors. Without a lot of the distraction of the other stuff, like Candy really couldn't pin anything on Rob. And that's not to say anything, obviously, like to implicate Attell or anyone else, but like they have a record and the stuff that has happened over the last year. And Rob got to really run on that kind of stuff. I got to hear you guys talking about it earlier when you were talking about Mamdani and the type of campaign that he's run and the way that he's been presented as a candidate. And I think all the points he made are correct, but also he has a campaign as well orchestrated and run by the same consultancies and stuff as it is. He has a campaign where he has really been allowed to like be himself, and they sort of handle the logistics
100%.
and where he has that natural ability that I think most normal humans have to some degree of just being able to talk to someone like they're not an idiot. Like he talks to voters as if they're on his level and he's on theirs. Like he talks to people as equals, and just not being talked to like you're fucking stupid is like a lot of what these weirdos in political consultancy miss. Yeah, I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100% there. I wasn't knocking the idea that he uses consultants. I actually think it's important because you do need people to take shit off your plate. I just, when it came up, I think sometimes there's this idea that some candidates are their own entity as a whole, and it's important to remember that stuff actually does play a huge role, because you don't want to be the one putting together databases for mailers, right? Like it's unfortunately why I think there is a lot lacking in our system of politics here, and whatever the end result is, we can debate that ad nauseum. But because we don't have funding models behind politics that allow you to bring in consultants, it means you are doing a lot of that work. So, I mean, it's, you listen to Attell give a very passionate thank you to her, like, very close supporters. It's friends and family that are doing the majority of heavy lifting for what's still a big campaign. We might be able to predict low voter turnout, but you still get to touch a lot of people, even if there's no chance of them showing up to the polls.
Right.
There's a lot on these folks who are, especially when they have a real fight. I mean, shit, Candy's been at this longer, at least working in campaigns, add that in, longer than anybody on that council. And she had to pull in every favor that she had going for her, and put in a mountain of work to still lose. Like, I mean, this shit is so hard. And it
is.
I don't think people get enough credit for that sometimes, but also it's easy to forget that. I mean, you can't do it all as, a small shop in a big city. And man, we just don't have the kind of campaign cycles that allow for bringing in the funds, right? Whether they're going to come small donors or big, whatever your flavor is, to be able to allow yourself to take shit off your plate. And like, to your point, Chris, then take all the time left in your day to communicate effectively like a human being to your hopefully constituents.
Yeah, and to that point, I mean, just in that race, which is not Worcester politics, but I guess it's all we have to talk about right now because we know what happened. But a candidate who can talk as an equal and reach out to people very successfully, who has like a fair bit of charisma, but who has never ascribed to using the campaign structure and the consultancy structure, is Curtis Lewa. And that's why, that's why he's run for mayor a zillion times, and always, he's never going to win. He's never going to be the mayor. Yeah, you do need that piece. You just can't stick it to an AI candidate, essentially, and expect that it's going to work, which I feel like is a lot of what I'm seeing from Democrats at like the larger level. But yeah, anyway.
Right. Yeah. So listen, we've done these postmortems a number of times now in the immediate aftermath, and many things changed, many things stay the same. Nothing in the city. These results are just going to be like, we're going to be biting at the margins just to fight for, to put somebody on while losing somebody else. Like, that's going to continue to be the case until, like Brendan said earlier, we can figure out how to either get good candidates to reach the people that actually vote, or to somehow figure out a way to expand the voter base in the city. Like, I don't know what the answer is. And part of that is because I'm a dumb guy, and I'm not willing to do that exceptionally hard work myself. But we gotta at least as an exercise need to like keep examining what it would take. We've, as this show, we've had three cycles now of results where we had 1 year that seemed pretty promising, and then we've had 2 cycles that have been outright depressing and scary. And I think we, again, we're not going to fix it because many people have seemingly tried before, but at least as an exercise, we need to figure out, like, what is it that makes this city do this over and over again? What is it that makes it, cycle some people in, cycle some people out, have one race be incredibly promising, have another race across the city be so disheartening? What is it that is that, and who are the people that are actually, like, we know the demographics of the people that are voting, but why are they voting? Why are they specifically voting? And I know a lot of that answer is what we see in every race everywhere in this country, is because they're the people that have the convenience of being able to be connected or involved. They have the assurance that having their person in will give them privilege in attaining what they want, even if it's not, through the legislative process, just being more connected to the people that are able to do things. Or it's just, the free time on their hands to, like, not pay attention to anything else. But as has been mentioned before, it has a lot to do with media. It has a lot to do with economic circumstances, and has a lot to do with the structure of this city, not only the city government, but just the way things work, that people want certain outcomes and try and nudge the balance to keep those certain outcomes a certain way. But is it possible to break through that? Do we have a chance? And I don't know that we do. I don't know that I have anything that gives us any hope of that. But Maine South Mom is right. We continue organizing, we continue pushing, and that's good and that's great, and we need to maintain that. But clearly there's a piece of the puzzle that's missing, and part of me thinks that we're racing against, the end of that mattering in general, the end of local elections mattering. But in the absence of knowing what's coming next, I don't know what else we do.
I have a thought.
So
that
you two
can,
tell me what we're going to do.
Yeah. Here's 2 things that might tie what you were just saying together. The first thing is, for folks who don't know me, I've been an organizer in a personal and professional capacity for a long time, probably almost 19 years, I guess. And when you're organizing against a multifactorial challenge, which is what we're talking about here, right? Like the things that leave us at a disadvantage in winning, despite having the numbers, have racial and ethnic components. They have socioeconomic components. They have geographic components. They have home ownership versus rental components. There's so many pieces to it, and it's all set up kind of against the way, our side. It's hard. We're fighting from a disadvantage, and we have a lot of things that we have to tackle to change that. Like, you can't just re-engage a really apathetic voter base in a city in 2 years or 4 years. Like, it's just a long project. And I'm only saying this because I hope people feel like I've been pretty honest tonight. I'm not trying to cope or give anyone else any copium. But the thing I would say is I've seen a lot of new organizers and people out and activists out doing stuff on these campaigns. And for a lot of the stuff that's happened at council, like movement type campaigns. And if you can, stick it out, because if you organize behind something for a few months to a year or two, and then you leave and you don't stick with it, like, you're just going to lose basically all the time. You got to really actually, this is a very long-term campaign, I guess is what I'm saying, if you want to try to win it. And the other thing I would say, since I have a platform of people that maybe there's some people I haven't talked to about this before, to the point of, the criminalization of the tell, and the way that that was treated, and the general trend in that direction is, I like to tell people in times like this, think about how comfortable you are with breaking the law, and what laws you would break, and what you're willing to risk, in terms of, being an outlaw, in defense of the things that you believe in, because that's essentially where we're at with the tell, and that's going to happen more. Like, that dragnet is expanding, and really think about, how you would handle that, both like emotionally and just logistically, like who would be your call and stuff, because that's becoming increasingly more likely for all of us, and you don't want to make that decision in the heat of the moment. You want to know what you're going to do and what you're willing to risk, before you're in a stressful position. Yeah.
Yep. No, it's true. And but people need to consider that. They need to be honest with themselves, and they need to, like you said, they need to think ahead. It's not, I know everyone in this audience knows that we're not being facetious and we're not being alarmist or anything like that. We're being sincere. But it's something that you need to truly consider. And as much as possible, you need to talk to your friends and family about as well. Because if they're not paying attention, or they're not willing to, see, then they're going to be, it's going to catch them off guard. And that's, it's, that's how these things progress. And, not to leave it on a very depressing note, but that's true, and it's real. And I think that's, the most important thought to leave everybody with tonight, is that this doesn't end. This doesn't stop here. And everything that we've been talking about and fighting for the entire run of this show has not changed. And that's, I think, we can go through cycles of elections and things like that, but we're talking about the same stuff over and over again. And Dick Cheney died, and that's great, because a lot of this stuff is a direct result of things that he did. And so think about how long these timelines are that we're talking about. Like, these were the things that we're going through right now are the things that people were warning you about in 2002 and 2003. And obviously they didn't start then either. They started well before that. Take some time, think about how tonight made you feel, and think about where we're going to go from there. But talk to people more. you wouldn't believe how many people that you know and deal and talk to every day have no fucking clue about what this election was and what was going on with it and who they should vote for and why they should vote for people. I mean, Maine South Mom's story right there is a perfect example. People are very low information on all of this stuff. So if they're low information about this election that's going on right now, think about how low information they are about everything else that's going on. You got to talk to people. You got to talk to people around you. And you don't have to confront them or anything like that. We can just start having more conversations about the state of the world and things like that. We're going to be here. We're going to be probably much more rude towards city council from now on. I do think that it's a great idea for everybody to do that. We're going to have to be much more in their face about what we want and what we were going to try and force them to fight for. We appreciate all you guys for hanging out with us tonight and for every week, for all your support. Chris, thank you for coming on. We love having you. We love to see you. Last but not least, Brendan, do you want to ban that guy before we end for the night, or what are we thinking? The ice cream guy.
Oh no, jeez, that's
okay.
Everyone walked away learning something here. I learned that all the west side of Worcester is bougie, even though half the people over here are driving around rusty Buicks that couldn't get inspected over the last 5 years. And they learned what ice cream is. So it all comes out in the wash. We're here to work together.
See, he's a benevolent disciplinarian. Guys, thank you so much. Truly, please, let Attell know what you think of her, how much you care about her, and how much we appreciate all her work. She's not going to stop here. I think I can speak safely to say that this isn't going to end here. She has our back no matter what. And I think we will see you next Tuesday, everybody.
Hey, Brian, can I throw one more thing real quick before you?
Yeah, please.
I just noticed a comment from Sally that I think deserves a reply. It asked a question when Chris was talking about, when Chris was doing Prison Time with Chris, brought to you by Craft Tea Kombucha. Sally just asked, what do you think about people who have thought about that and have a low risk tolerance? What actions aside, I think it's really important for everybody, and especially around organizing, politics, however you want to approach it. People who have high risk tolerance for things and people who have low risk tolerance for things, you're never going to see eye to eye on your lack of or appreciation for risk tolerance. That's across the board. You talk about gambling, you talk about fucking addiction. It's like some people have really high risk tolerances, some people have really low risk tolerances. You're not going to see eye to eye. Don't ever try and tell the other side they're wrong. That's where things start falling apart. The fact that you may have a lower risk tolerance for something than Chris doesn't mean you're any less valuable to the community as a whole, but it does mean 100%. That if you try and stand in Chris's way, where his risk tolerance for one thing in particular may be higher than yours, you could actually find yourself in a position to be holding back the community as a whole. And I'm not saying you are. Some people I would say, Sally, that would look at Attell's risk tolerance and say, you know what? That's calling it in short too, right? And that spectrum is important to recognize. I promise I'm not going to be the liberal pimping for Nate Silver, but that was literally the whole point of Nate Silver's last book, On the Edge, which it's a fantastic read. And people should actually read it because it's all about risk tolerance and how no matter how you divide up our society these days, it is quite literally the defining factor in our society is tolerance for risk. Pick any issue, and that's how you can try and split it up by any other demographic you want. It all comes down to risk tolerance, and we all need to be more reflective of that as a whole. Otherwise, we get nothing done.
Yeah, if I can stretch
100%. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I could stretch this stream out even a little bit more than you ever meant to, that's a really good point. And I guess what feels important for me to say is when I say things like that, especially if you don't know me. I think I'm not saying it came across this way to anyone, but it might come across as a tough guy speech, oh, you better be ready to, break some windows I'm really what I'm saying is literal. Assess how far you'd be willing to go outside of the law for things that are important to you. And that answer is different for everybody. And it's important to know what it is for you. And there are values and roles for everyone at all levels of risk tolerance. Like there are always things for people, at high risk, medium risk, low risk, no risk. There's stuff that everyone can do, and I don't see it as like a test of someone's moral character or something. If you're willing to put some work in for the right things, like you can do that from a very low risk role or a high risk role. Like all of those roles are important. So I just think it's important to say that there's a spot for everyone in whatever that looks like. This is not a macho man challenge to be like, what are you willing to take? Just think about it. You want to be ready to make that decision.
Right. Get in where you fit in, and there's roles for everybody in the movement, whatever your level is. But these guys said it. So replay that clip. And again, we love you guys. Thank you. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Goodbye, everybody. Good night.